So basically 3 years ago in game, we had a tornado and it ripped through here and brought down a bunch of trees, and they look like this and they're garbage. So we're cutting them down right now. I bought this field. So now I'm taking the opportunity to A, get rid of these ugly trees, and B, I want to put a road here so that we can get around to this field on this side. So that's going to be our entry into this field. So we're just packing that up and putting it away. We had planted rye here. We put rye down. It's a pretty common crop here in Canada, and quite famously, that's what we make our whiskey out of here in Canada. So we're putting down rye there, and I've also got peas in the far field, and then we're gonna plant poppies in the big field. We also got insanely lucky because on discount, we got a dedicated spraying tractor. So rather than buying a big sprayer for $10 trillion, we were able to buy this little Xylon 524, which is a Fendt, and convert it into a sprayer, which is awesome. It might be a little on the small side, but it'll do for us for now until we're rolling in the big bucks. What else do I have to update you guys on? I think that's it. I bought a drill right there, right in front of us. That's pretty much it. I think that's, if you missed last episode, that should have you all totally caught up. I love that tractor. I know, I do too. I think it's great. Okay, so we're gonna go get rid of this. We're gonna get rid of this wood, and then we will. I think we can do this field, but we'll see. Jeremy, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Appreciate that. Welcome in. Oh, I have to relearn how to play this game, dude. I have my hazards on. I don't think I need my hazards on. That's okay. Does it do the smart spray? Yes, we did spend the extra money, and it was not cheap, but we did spend the extra money to have it do the spot spraying, so we're not like using tons and tons of herbicide. So that'll be important for our precision farming score, as well as just our spray usage and the amount of money we spend on that as well. Patty, thank you for the follow on TikTok too. Welcome in. Okay, so we're just gonna go. I don't care about the money on these. They're not gonna be worth much, but we're just gonna go get rid of them, and then we'll have to find a stump grinder as well. Hate the red hat. Is that called a beanie? Yeah. Yes. Well, no. The Americans call it a beanie. Here it's called a toque. T-O-K-U-E. We don't say beanie here. If you say beanie here, everybody knows you're an American. We exclusively say toque, at least here in Alberta. And the red toque is like a classic French Canadian thing. Even though we're in Manitoba, I've gone as Canadian as possible. No, you spelled it right. It's with a K. T-O-K-U-E. You spelled it really wrong, actually. T-O-K-U-E. Why are you making the road dirty? It's a road wiper. What do you want me to do? You can sweep it. I'll put it in multiplayer, and you can sweep the road. Talk you? No, not talk you. Toque.
No, just
it's not English. It's French, I think.
Months.
I don't know. Homer! Oh my God, Homer! Thank you for the tier 3 sub. Tier 3 sub for 60 months, Homer. I appreciate you. Thank you for being part of the tier 3 club, and for supporting the stream for 16 months. How's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in. It's absolutely toque. Yes, it is. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes, see, the problem is, as a Canadian, I do typically use Canadian words. However, you guys get confused sometimes when I use Canadian terms for things. And so I have to like use the American term, but then I will start using the American term. So for soda, we don't say soda in Canada. That's another one. If you say soda in Canada, everyone knows you're American. It's pop here. We exclusively call it pop. And I have always called it pop growing up my whole life. But now I've started saying soda, because when I say pop, people go, what the hell is pop? What are you talking about? What is that? But it is pop. Pop is way better than soda. Why do you use the Canadian term? Like, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it out loud, Ozzy. If I say it out loud, you know what happens. A toque is French hat for cooking chef white hat. That's like France French. We do Quebecois French, which is slightly very different. Toque is spelled with a Q. Where did you get the K from? Listen, I wouldn't expect people who are not Canadian to know how to spell it with a K. I think that's unreasonable, you know. Do you have Roblox? Yeah, we have Roblox in Canada. What? Yeah, we have Roblox in Canada. Is that what you're asking? Or are you asking if I personally have Roblox? No, I don't play Roblox, but Canadians do have Roblox. Yeah, we don't have a secret different version. Don't tell them about the secret different version of Roblox, chat. I finally got a PC, but need to try what my mom says. Yes to Farm Sim 25. Any tip? What? Need to try that. Oh, your mom said you could get Farm Sim. Honestly, the base game maps. Play the base game maps first. They're so good, dude. Start with that. Yeah, listen, I had a day off yesterday. You guys are gonna have to cut me some slack today because I'm out of practice. I forgot how to stream. Okay, so well done, sweet. That was good. That was good. I'll give you props for that one. Do you have dirt in Granada? I have never been to Granada, but I'm going to guess probably. I don't even know where Granada is, dude. Hold on. A French person can't usually understand a Canadian. Yes, they can. They can. It's not that different, but the French will pretend to not understand Quebecois French. But they also do this. I don't know if you've ever tried to speak French to a French person. If you don't speak fluent French, they pretend not to understand you, and then they just speak to you in English. It's a whole thing, and they do this to the Quebecois as well. A French person can perfectly understand Quebecois French. It just sounds like it's French with an accent, you know. But it's part of the game, I guess. They usually make fun of us Quebecois. Yes, they do. That's true. I mean, so do the rest of us, but like. But yes, you are correct, I think. Oh man. For some reason, spelling Canadian with an E, then it means French Canadian person. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. So if you go Canadian with an A, as in IAN at the end, you're talking about either any Canadian, French or English Canadian, or just generally talking about English Canada. If you say Canadian with an E, Canadian with IEN, then you are specifically talking about a Quebecois person. Yeah, Canadian is the French version. Yeah, correct. There's a sitcom like Quebecois Friends, and even with subtitles I barely understand. Really? That's awesome. I did not know there was a French version of Friends. That's awesome. Grenada is an island in the Caribbean. Okay, well, I would imagine they have dirt then. Probably is my guess.
Gaming 2000
Mike!
Just subscribed.
Holy, it is tier 3 today,
months.
dude. This is crazy.
Hey, Sparx and chat. GTA 6 pre-orders open this Thursday. Rockstar
They
confirmed.
do. They do.
Wait.
I'm
What
obviously
game is he
pre-ordering.
giving away?
I'll be pre-ordering GTA 6, obviously. I still think it's going to be 80 American dollars for GTA 6. That's my guess, but we'll see what it opens up at. I will buy probably the best version of it unless it gives you free money in GTA Online. I do not buy versions of games that give you free progression because I hate that. So if they've got a version of the game that, like, I don't know, includes some DLC or I don't even know what they'll do, I'll buy that. But if there's like a special edition and one of the perks is that you get extra money in GTA Online, I actually will avoid it because I hate when they do that. By the way, Mike, thank you for the 25 months of tier 3. Dude, sorry, I got so distracted by your message. Thank you for subbing at tier 3 and supporting the stream, dude. Welcome in. Swizzy, thank you for the 150 stream streak. I appreciate you. I wait for GTA 6 on PC. I have a console. I'm gonna buy it on console. What I'll probably do is buy it on Microsoft. Oh crap! I'll buy it on the Microsoft store, and then I will see if I can play it on PC later on. Otherwise, honestly, I'll just rebuy it on PC. Or maybe I'll just keep it on console. Like when I play GTA, I mostly just play it on controller anyways. Maybe I will just play on Xbox because I don't mod it or anything like that. Like I know a lot of people like GTA mods, 5M, stuff like that. I probably won't do any of that. Oh man, I messed up this log. Hold on, I'm gonna have to push it over here maybe. I have to find a way to pick that up. Is this farm sim? This is farm sim. Rumored to be 100 pounds? No, 100 pounds. I doubt it. I think they wouldn't sell as many copies. Like, I think they would actually make less money if they made it 100. I'd be very surprised to see that. I don't think so. I think maybe they will push that $80 limit, but it's also Rockstar. I genuinely could see them just doing 70 at the end of the day. I mean, they know how popular their game is. It'd be a really great PR move to go cheap like that. So I mean, I could see it happening. The other thing is, like, GTA 5. So I had this conversation the other day. GTA 5 didn't make a bunch of money from selling the game. I mean, it did, but the bulk of where Rockstar's money has come from over the last 10 years is people buying shark cards in GTA Online. So it may just be best for them to sell it for a reasonable price, normal AAA price, and get more people into GTA Online and then sell them shark cards. Like, that might be the direction they go with that one. So we'll see what they do. Those are my two predictions. Yeah, those are my two predictions. Either do I have two or do I have three? $80 and they go for shark cards, or $90, and they'll still go for shark cards. They just know that you'll pay $90 for it. We'll see what they do. I don't think 100 pounds though. Did you buy your Moza from Moza or like Best Buy? Moza actually sent me my R5. I bought some attachments for it, but Moza sent me an R5 back when, this was ages ago, back when they launched it or something like that. A solid wheel. Shark cards are their cash cow? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, now we can get rid of the rest of these, and then we'll go find one of those stump grinders. Peacemaker, thank you for that follow on Twitch. I appreciate that. Is it easy to connect the extra joystick handle thing? Yes, it's plug and play for this game specifically. Depending on the game, it can be a little more complicated, but it's really not that bad. What is your opinion? A good map to have a lot of hours in that you can survive on? Any map. You can do that on any map, but if you haven't done the base game maps, do those ones first, because they're the perfect survival map. They're built to be played like that, whereas mod maps aren't always built to be played like a survival map. They're sometimes built for like a different specific purpose. The base game maps are great for starter maps for sure. Who even buys shark cards? What the hell? I know. I was also amazed to find out that people were actually buying these shark cards, because I wouldn't buy those. That's silly. But there's that literally billions of dollars over the last 10 years in shark card sales, dude. It's crazy. It's on Instagram clip of your setup, and it's genius. Never thought to use a stick with a wheel. Oh, dude, me neither until I saw this. And I was hooked. I think what I originally saw, I saw somebody playing, what did I see? I think it was Construction Simulator with dual sticks for the first time. I'm like, oh, I should get a joystick for Farming Sim. That would be awesome. And then I was a lost cause after that. It was, dude, I'll never go back to playing without him. But also, Peacemaker, welcome in. Sparx, I can neither confirm or deny that I'm on the list for Steam Machine now that the list is publicly out. Wait. The list is publicly out for the Steam Machine? Wait. I signed up for the list for the Steam Machine. Have they confirmed people for a Steam Machine? I do want to buy one. I will probably buy one. It's over a grand. Yeah, we'll talk about that one in a second. I'll get to that in 1 second. Sorry, have they confirmed the list for Steam Machine? 1 sec. Let me look. They announced prices anyway. They announced prices and they announced sign-ups. I don't know. I thought we had a few days to get signed up. No, it's still pending. June 25th. June 25th, they will pull it. Sign-ups were officially public yesterday. Thursday is release of the list. I may have not been on the list prior. No, same. That was the first chance to get on it was Thursday. So it's all good. Yeah, they'll announce on Thursday, so we'll see. So the Steam Machine. The Steam Machine costs exactly what we had guessed, to be honest with you. So my original guess on the price of the Steam Machine was $800 US. This was before the RAM shortage. When the RAM shortage happened, we had the conversation again, and we talked about how we thought it would push it up to 1,000. Now it's listed a little over 1,000 now, so it's about $50 higher than what we guessed, but I'd say we guessed pretty darn good. It's not a bad price for the specs. I have seen some people saying the price is bad for the specs, but I do have to disagree. I don't think you could build it for that price. To be totally honest with you, I don't think you could build that for that price. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if you were super clever with it and you shop secondhand and you rode the sales and you got real smart with it, maybe you could get close. Maybe you could beat it. I don't think the average person could build an equivalent to a Steam Machine for that price. So the Steam Machine is not going to be a replacement for consoles. Originally, at the $700 or $800 price, we thought that it could potentially be a replacement for consoles.
Ghost_ZZ0 just resubscribed.
Solid, thank you for the follow, by the way. Ghost, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 13 months. Dude, I appreciate that. Welcome in. Welcome in. Originally we thought that the Steam Machine could be a replacement for consoles if it came in low enough. And then, you know, worst case scenario, we were like, well, it could just be a cheap pre-built PC. Where it's actually gonna fall in is the cheapest possible option for people wanting to get into PCs. In this current market, with the price of RAM, with the price of GPUs, with the price of available parts, a first-time PC buyer especially will not be able to build a PC or buy a pre-build at the performance level of a Steam Machine for the cost of a Steam Machine. So it's now kind of in this nice place between a console and a PC, where, like, if you're currently a console user and PCs are too expensive, a Steam Machine is going to be a good option. I mean, if you already have a PC, I don't see why you would buy a Steam Machine unless you wanted one that you could just run in your living room in place of a console. So I think for PC users, you know, if there's PC users who are like, oh, I'd love to get a console for my living room, maybe they would get a Steam Machine instead, but you'd miss out on some of the console exclusives, which I'm not a fan of in general. But it's still the reality of it. So we'll see how many people end up buying one, I guess. So 6-inch cube, yeah, build me that spec for 1K. Well, to be honest with you, like, yeah, the benefit is the size, but like, who cares? I'm glad they got it down to as small as they did, but nobody cares about the physical size of their PC. Or not enough people care about the size of their PC for that to matter, to be honest with you. Is it going to allow modding and things like PC? Yes. So it's going to run by SteamOS, which is Steam's proprietary operating system. But you will be able to swap it over to Windows or apparently even Linux if you're crazy enough to do that. And run different operating systems. So yes, you'll be able to mod your game. So for Farmstead 25, you buy a Steam Machine, you'll be able to mod with PC mods, not console mods. Well, also console mods, but more importantly, PC mods. We'll have a dual boot system just like the Steam Deck. Yeah, exactly. It'll also be compatible for streaming, like Steam streaming, which is when, like, if you want to play on your phone, your Steam Machine will be able to run the game and stream it to your phone, even if you're not home, which I think is pretty cool. It's really easy to mod games on Steam Deck, just takes a bit of learning the Linux-based SteamOS. Yes, exactly. That's good if you can change it, because SteamOS, and I think they knew that. Like, Valve has been pretty good, pretty consumer-friendly with stuff like that. Yeah, you will not be locked into SteamOS with the Steam Machine, which is good. I don't know. I'm not really sure who the target audience for Steam Machine is. Like, I think it might be people who are on console looking to upgrade to PC but don't want to spend $2,000 to do it. I think that's going to be the target demographic for the Steam Machine. But we'll see how they do. I signed up for the list. I will probably buy one. if I get approved for the pre-order list, just if anything to see if it's any good at the end of the day. Like I can make some videos out of it and see what the Steam machine is like and maybe recoup some of the cost. Would I buy one if I wasn't making content? Honestly, no, I wouldn't. And the reason I wouldn't is I've got a gaming PC and I've got an Xbox, I've got a Series X. So the Steam machine isn't giving me anything new other than, well, I could play console games or PC games from my couch, or in my case in my bed, which I actually really like. But that's pretty much it for me. You know, $1,000 to play PC games from your bedroom rather than having to go to your gaming room. I don't know if that's worth it. Is it 4K compatible? It is 4K compatible. It's got a pretty solid refresh rate too, I think. This tractor does not like this stump grinder. Hold on. Robert, thanks for the follow on TikTok, by the way. I appreciate that. Does force feedback work for farm sim? No. I cannot. Oh, there we go. Perfect. I think there's one more there. Like this. I understand why they didn't want to sell it at a loss, but man, if they did, it could have taken over. Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting point because console developers claim that they've been selling their consoles at a loss. But they also sell the games for a lot more money than PC does, especially Steam. Consoles charge you more money for your games than Steam does. And so I think you're right. Like they could have sold the Steam machine at a loss and maybe recouped it through Steam purchases. But I don't know if Steam margins are high enough to make that happen, to be honest with you. 120 hertz at 4K. That's pretty good. 120 hertz if it can hit. I mean, it'll depend on the game whether it can hit 60 FPS or 120 FPS. So I don't know. That sounds pretty good. That's the perk for Steam. The game prices are generally really good compared to console. And you know what? See, okay. I don't think the average person is going to pick up on this. I want to make sure I'm right before I say this out loud. I don't think the average person is going to pick up on the fact that a Steam machine will be cheaper than a console even within its first year of owning it. Now, it does depend on how you use your console, but generally speaking, Steam games are cheaper than console games, quite famously, much cheaper than console games, and you will not need to subscribe to access online content like you do on Xbox and PlayStation. So that means your $100 a year purchase of Xbox Game Pass just to play online or PS Plus doesn't need to happen on a Steam Deck. So within a year, for sure within 2 years, a Steam machine would come in cheaper than a console. And then after that, way cheaper. Over the course of its lifetime, I mean, if you have a Series X for 10 years, you've spent more than the cost of the Series X on Game Pass, as well as the increase in how much the game costs. And so to be honest with you, a Steam machine is a better buy than a console right now. Now, here's the thing. I don't think most people are going to pick up on that. I think the average person looks at the sticker cost and they go, oh, Steam machine more expensive than console. I'm going to get a console. But if you're financially savvy and you want to save some money and you're thinking about getting a console or upgrading to next gen, I would maybe go Steam machine, to be honest with you. I would shell out that extra couple $100, $300, and I would buy a Steam machine because it is going to save you money in the long term, honestly. Yeah, and then on top of that, you've got all the extra games that PC gets, right? Like you get all the cool indie games, you get stuff like Out of Ore, which we play, you get I mean, the options are endless. And then you can go and buy games outside of Steam as well. Plus, most of Xbox's exclusives are also on Windows. They're just exclusive as in they're not on PlayStation is what Xbox exclusivity now really doesn't even mean Xbox anymore. It means not PlayStation. And so Steam Machine will be able to play most of those. You'll miss out on Sony exclusives, but I don't know. When was the last good Sony exclusive, dude? I don't know about that. And I don't know if I would buy the controller version. Honestly, I would just... I mean, who doesn't have a controller in their house? I'd buy the Steam Machine and I'd hook up an Xbox controller and call it a day. I think you probably already have a controller. Now, the Steam controller is apparently very good. I don't have one, but it's apparently very good. Me personally, I'd take an Xbox controller and hook it up. Yeah, like there's so many ways you save money on PC, right? Like so many better sales. There's free games, that's true. Steam Machine compared to console is a no-brainer. Compared to PC, it's just about what your budget is, honestly, at the end of the day. Got my Series X for $450 with 2 controllers from Costco. I'm set for a while. And like, it's not that it's a bad purchase to get a Series X, right? Like, that's not a bad thing to do. It's just that if you're considering upgrading your console in the near future, like if you're on last gen, or if the next generation of console comes out anytime soon and you're thinking of upgrading, I would also look at the Steam Machine as one of your options, right? Does a Steam Machine compatible with consoles? What does that mean? Is a Steam Machine compatible with consoles in what way? I'm not really sure what that means, John. A Steam Machine is like a PC. It's you wouldn't hook it up to a console. Somebody finally figured it out.
And comes back like
Oh my god, dude. Brett, thank you for the Prime sub for 7 months. I appreciate you, even though you're going to torment us with the TTS, dude. This the right one? No, that's the wrong one. So we want to go like this.
Handbreaky just subscribed with Prime.
Handbrake.
Meow milk 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 meow milk.
We don't want this to be too clean. Oh my god, why are you guys being so mean with the TTS today?
Milk meow milk meow milk meow milk meow milk meow milk meow milk.
I hate it so much.
Meow milk meow milk meow milk meow milk meow milk.
Yeah.
Meow milk meow milk.
How many did you do?
Meow milk meow milk meow milk meow milk meow milk meow milk meow.
Jesus. Are we done now? Handbrake, thank you for the Prime sub for 6 months. I appreciate that. Holy, set a bug in that. No, don't bring that one back up. Don't bring that one back up. No need. Okay. Does that look like a real road? I think that grass needs to be a little shorter, actually. Get rid of those. And then I always do like some low grass on the edges, and that always makes it seem a little more grown in. Like that. Maybe some in the... There we go. There we go. That looks like a road. It's a little lopsided, but if it was too perfect, it wouldn't look good.
Sorry, not sorry, Sparx, milk me, moist Cinnabagin, 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 milk me, moist Cinnabagin.
At least it says it fast, dude. That's crazy. Spirit, thank you for the 250 bits. And John, thank you for the Prime sub for 6 months as well, dude. I appreciate that. Okay, are we done? Are we done with TTS? Jesus. I should probably clean up this corner a little bit, but that's okay. It doesn't really bother me that much. And so I don't really want this to be a roundabout. I'll change this at some point, but it'll survive for now. Keep it Mosh, thank you for the follow on TikTok. And Dean, thank you for the hat and mustache, dude. I appreciate that. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay. Wish I was joking, but my bathroom has hit 28.7 degrees Celsius. I've been there. That's brutal. That's brutal. Okay, when are we planting poppies? Couple of months. All right, so this field is good to go. We got rye coming in up to 120%. That is solid. We've got peas in here, which do have weeds, but we need to wait a little longer for that one. And then we've got this one, which needs to be planted in a couple of months. And we cannot forget tram lines on that one. I messed up the tram lines here and they're terrible, but we're going to try to do it right on the next one. Okay. Anything else before we skip time? I think discounts are good. There were some good discounts, but it's too late. Too late in our playthrough to go with those. We'll do a little time skip. Sparx, I've been busy with my farm and the wife, and we've been canvassing so much. I don't know what that means, but Dark, welcome back. How you been, dude? That's okay. Welcome back. I don't know why you watch this either, John. I couldn't tell you. One day I'll learn how to make tram lines. I'll show you as soon as I figure it out. As soon as I figure it out, I will help you out as well. Because mine are still janky, dude. Like, look at this. They're still a little rough. I do have a better tractor for it this time. Also, look at this nonsense. Like, what is this? It's like a tram trench.
Dill Pickle 05
and then we
just
have
resubscribed at tier 1
we
for
have our
14
peas
months.
as well. Oh my god, Dill. It is a crazy day for resubs. Dill, thank you for the tier 1 for 14 months. Welcome, man. How you been, dude?
Just cheered 250 bits. I mean, if you want more Sparx, milk me our moist Cinnabijin, milk me our moist Cinnabijin, milk me our moist Cinnabijin, milk me our moist, milk me our moist, milk me our moist, milk me our moist.
Lone Wolf, thank you for the 250 bits. I'm gonna raise that, by the way. 250 bits is starting to feel a little too low. We're going up to 500 if this keeps going. Don't get too cozy with that. Discounts. Nothing good. Check the discount place. I don't think it's refreshed yet, but we'll go take a look here instead. This is a terrible review. I forgot that this existed. Chester Bennington is turning over in his grave right now for us listening to this. That's crazy. How about the Steam machine? You gotta fork out that kind of money. Yeah, we probably will, just to try it. But we just had that conversation. Can you use a different controller with the Steam machine? I would bet massive amounts of money. Yes, I would. I'd put $1 million on the fact that yes, this is Valve we're talking about. Shadow, Rye Guy, Alex, Ollie, Hottie, and Andai. Thanks for the follows on TikTok, guys. I appreciate that. Okay, now can we use our sprayer for the first time? Just about. So these weeds, these are now medium, so we can spray these. And then let's take a look at the peas. I think the peas are pretty well ready for a spray. Ooh, we let the weeds get a little too big. But I don't think it's a problem. Yeah, they are large. Okay. I'm gonna skip this. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that this even came up on Spotify. That's crazy. I can't hear it. What do you listen to? It's like a Eurobeat remix of Numb by Linkin Park. It was rough. Can you change this out? Yeah. Yeah, we can. Okay, so we're ready to plant this. Let's go get some planting and figure out these tram lines. We do have to figure out the width of our sprayer though, because I don't actually know what it is. We're gonna have to swap. Sparx, I want to apologize for being very annoying a few streams ago. I was new. That's okay. If you were spamming, you'll usually just get a timeout. But yeah, don't spam in the chat. But thanks for apologizing. That's probably the first person ever to actually apologize for that, dude. Okay, what's our sprayer width? Oh, it's in here. This one, and it's attached to this one. It is 21 meters. We have a 21 meter sprayer. So we're going to go plant our rye and make sure we put 21 meter tram lines in. Whoever published that song should be ashamed, honestly. That was a rough one. That was a rough one. Alex, thanks for the follow on TikTok. Okay. Holy, what split are we in? There we go. How many splits do we have again? 2? We got 2. Perfect. All right, so we want poppies in this new field. I hope that rye turns out good because I'd love to actually do rye more, but we'll see how it stacks up against the poppies. The poppies were actually really good money last time, so it may be a good move for us. I don't need this adapter this time, do I? Do I need an adapter for the horse thing? Hold on. Our European adapter. I think it's a ball hitch, so probably not. Oh, maybe we do. I don't think it can do a ball. I think it can literally only do a pintle. Oh, it can. It can. We're set. It actually changed it to a pintle, I think. Okay, that's great. That's great. We can make this work. Did I say 21 meters? Plant poppies, not rye. Yeah. Sorry, I think I keep saying rye. Planting poppies. All right, we are set up for poppies. Are we gonna have the seed and fertilizer to pull that off? I think we might. We better go top up before we attempt this. 21 meter header is what we're looking for, or not header. Tram lines. It's at 27 meters right now, so that's gonna be rough on our old fields, but that's okay. Hi Stein, how's it going? Welcome in. Can I request permission to DM you on Discord? It'll just get lost, honestly. Ping me on Discord. On Discord in the server, just ping me in whatever channel makes the most sense, and I'll get to it. The DMs, I don't even look at this point. You get a lot of DM spam. When you stream on the internet, you get a lot of DM spam. None of my DMs are honestly usable. I would just ping me on the Discord server. That's the best way to do it. Yeah, we've got a giveaway. It's the new Peru DLC for Hunter Call of the Wild. That'll be at the end of stream as well. Planted poppy on that field, took a crap ton of fertilizer. Okay, I'm gonna get it loaded then. I'm not live on YouTube, Oscar, but I am live on Twitch. The Twitch is Sparx TV, Sparx TV. There's a link to it in my bio there on TikTok as well. What should I know as a newbie on your stream? Nothing. I feel like it's pretty easy to like jump in and just watch. Like, there's not really, I don't think there's a lot to know. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. That's about it. And then our only rules are really like no spamming, and we generally avoid politics. That's about it. Everything else is pretty much everything's fair game. All right. I'll always hold close your DM to me after my VIP stream at the same time as the ETS stream. I didn't want you to be too upset at your at getting snubbed during the ETS stream. But yeah, I don't send out a lot of DMs. Okay, so how do we define the tram lines? So we need to. Oh, how does this work? We do it for the map, right? Don't be mean to anyone except Sparx. True. That's also a good one. What do we do? Precision farming. Tram lines. 21 meters. Do I like those? I love those tram lines, actually. 2 meter track width. Sounds about right. And then we punch it in here and we should have 21 meter tram lines. There we go. So hopefully it's going to manage that all on its own. And we don't have to do anything special. And we'll just start by going up and down this field here. We'll try and start on the second width in, maybe. Right, guy. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. And if Alex shows up, assume he's drunk. That's probably a fair assumption. He'll tell you, though. You don't have to assume. He'll tell you. Sparx said the Cars and Bikes is a mod for an F100 pickup 1956. You should download it. I actually have it downloaded because it's in Fence Light Feud. Austin and I run that mod. I don't think either of us have used it yet. Where are we going with this, Tractor? What button did I use to do this? I had a button where I could see the thing. The page up? No, that's the one. Oh, wow, that is the proper line. Okay, never mind. It knows what it's doing. It knows what it's doing. We're gonna go like this. That feels too wide, though. It is too wide. Okay, that's fine. We'll start here, and then we'll see what the GPS wants. I don't know. It's being silly, but we'll trust the process and just see what happens. I guess that's fine. Haven't checked in a while. Not sure if I want to see that number. The number for for your watch time. It's best not. That's not, you don't want to know, dude. That's crazy. Favorite tractor, 1066 Hydro. Favorite map is Kinlog from the Highlands Fishing DLC. That one's fantastic. I'm not too big on favorite tractor though. Like, just because it's my favorite tractor doesn't mean I use it in every save. In fact, I don't even think I've used it in, I used it in one save, in my second save, I think. But I like switching tractors and trying different ones, you know? I don't really like to stay with the same thing all the time. User 53, thanks for the follow on TikTok, dude. Appreciate that. About to sell my goat milk. It's in the kegs. Would it sell as bottled goat milk or just goat milk? It'll sell as goat milk. Bottled goat milk you could do with a small production facility. That one will sell as regular goat milk. I think if you bottle it, it increases the value by like 10 or 15% or something like that. So you can decide if that's worth it or not. It also makes it easier to transport because you have to transport less. And I think they're stackable when they're in bottles too. Yeah, no problem. Happy to help. First time drinking? I missed. I genuinely missed my mouth. Well, happens. I don't think it would be a stream if I wasn't spilling something on myself, which seems to be a regular occurrence. Yeah, let's see if we can find next slide. We'll overshoot a little bit. Come back in. Oh, beauty. Perfect. Chat, if you haven't voted yet, today is Tuesday, which means at the end of today's stream, we're going to play a brand new game. If you'd like to vote on that game, just go to the Discord, go to the announcements channel, and you can put your vote in on what we're going to play for the new game on stream. Currently, Iron Nest is in the lead. That's the artillery simulator. That one has my blessing this week. I really want to play that one, but feel free to vote for whichever ones you want to watch here at the end of the stream.
Subscribed with Prime.
Marie
Got stuck in an ad randomly, then realized it was my Prime re-up.
I feel like that's a pretty normal experience. That's how I realized my Prime has run out as well. Marie, thank you for the 5 months of Prime. I appreciate you. Welcome in. How you been? This clone of Sparx is a fresh one. Give him a break. He doesn't have things down here. Yes, that's true. That's true. It takes a while for the clones to learn how to drink liquids. It's very tough. Very tough job for a clone, okay? That happened today for you for the Prime thing, or it happened with missing your mouth when you're trying to take a drink? Tell me it's the missing the mouth thing so I feel better about it. Suppose I'll vote for what you want to play. Vote for whatever you want. I'm trying to sway the votes because I really want to play Iron Nest, but at the end of the day, vote for whatever you want. Oh, the Prime thing. Oh man, I was really hoping you were gonna say missing your mouth. How long will we play Farm Sim? Well, we'll play Farm Sim for another few hours still. That'll just be at the end of stream. We're still gonna play Farm Sim for a few hours. We also have a game to give away today too at the end of stream, so stick around until the end. And you can win a game.
Moist milk me, moist milk me, moist milk me, moist spill big forward guy. Learn how to drink and not missing your mouth. Milk me, moist milk me, moist.
All right, points for creativity on that one. I'll give you one. I'll give you one this time. What is? Maybe there's spacing in my brain. Maybe there's space in my brain, chat. That's the problem here. What channel is it voting in? In the announcements channel. In announcements. If you go to announcements, you'll see it there. It's the latest post in there. Iron Nest looks really cool. I agree. It's so my type of game. I'm just not sure if it's your guys' type of game. And I'd like to find out. Even a toddler can get their drink in their mouth. No, I don't know if you've ever met a toddler, but that's something they're quite famously not very good at, actually. Oh my God, Sunday dinner was amazing. We went to a restaurant. We ordered 30 pieces of salmon sashimi, 10 pieces of salmon nigiri, 10 pieces of tuna nigiri, 20 pieces of tuna sashimi, a bunch of rolls, fried chicken, fried shrimp, tempura vegetables, and takoyaki. And I don't think I've ever eaten that much in my life. It was incredible. And the next day I was already craving salmon sashimi. I'm addicted. And then on the way out, Amy and I bought a couple of what's the triangle ones? The rice. It's rice full of fish, and then it's wrapped in seaweed in a triangle. We bought a couple of those, and those are pretty good as well. I heard takoyaki, and I thought yucky taco, like taco yucky. No, it's like a fried dough with octopus tentacles in it. It's very good. Onigiri, that's what we got. Yes, we got a couple of those, and those were fantastic as well. So Sparx, you're a toddler? What? Why? Nuh-uh. I'm a big boy. I'm a big adult. Thank you very much. Just got Buzzbound a couple of days ago. It's so addictive. It's so addictive in like a relaxing way. I agree. Oh, chat, we should play some... When do you want to play the new Doc DLC this week? Tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Wednesday? What have you been playing on Wednesdays? Chat, what do you want to do tomorrow? Do you want to play the Doc DLC? Or do you want to continue our hardcore save on Construction Sim? I have the hiccups all of a sudden. Do either of those? Which of those sounds better? No, not farming. We gotta take a break from farming for at least one day out of the week. At least one day. Keith, thank you for that follow on TikTok, by the way. I appreciate that. My niece is a toddler and drinks better than that. Okay, I'm sure that's not true. But even if it is, just lie to me, okay? Godsim and Docked. We could, to be honest with you. We could. I am down for that. I also told chat earlier that we could do some Arma 3. I've been learning to fly helicopters in Arma with my new fancy simulator gear. And I haven't streamed anything related to helicopters yet. So it'd be the first time I'm streaming a helicopter sim. I still have to get Microsoft Flight Sim figured out. I'm going to finish Arma 3 first. Then I'm going to get Microsoft Flight Sim figured out. But in the meantime, we could do a little bit of Arma. It's very hard, but I'm learning to drop water on fires, like wildfires from a helicopter. It's insanely difficult. But it's so rewarding when it actually works. Young, thank you for the follow on TikTok. I appreciate that. As long as Arma runs on stream. I don't remember if Arma was very good on stream or not, but we'll find that out. Queen of Wrath's daughter has just learned how to take the lid off her sippy cup. She did it on stream last night and spilled everything on the carpet. It has to happen at some point. That's so funny. Just crash, then the water will get there. Just crash the helicopter, the water will get there. Where were you last night when I was crashing helicopters for 9 hours straight? That's very good advice, honestly. Okay, line that up real nice. Oh. Yeah, close enough. Close enough. If I was to put my game on $100,000 to start and $1 million in debt, would it make my Farms to 25 harder if I tried to bring it to no debt? Yes. So $1 million worth of debt will be worse than starting from scratch, or it'll be harder than starting from scratch, because at $1 million of debt, that means every month you pay $5,000 in interest, and it doesn't go to paying down the debt at all. It's $5,000 as long as you have $1 million of outstanding debt in Farm Sim. It would be hard. I don't know if it would be fun or not. Like, I don't know if it would be fun hard or if it would be too difficult, but I would give it a shot. That sounds fun. Is the farm stick able and good for flight sim? I like it, and I like it a little bit more than a dedicated flight joystick because it's got the thumbstick. So when I'm flying, I can obviously control the helicopter with the joystick and the collective I have down here by my left leg, but I can look around like this, which is not something you can typically do easily in a flight sim. So I'm a big fan of that. I do have a dedicated flight joystick, which I might hook up at some point. But honestly, the farm stick, yeah, the farm stick has actually been doing great. I have seen those, Farboy. Yeah, those water bombing planes look nuts. I think that is in Microsoft Flight Sim. I was about to say, I hope they put that in the game at some point. But I think Microsoft Flight Sim does do water bombers, right? Arma only does helicopters, but I think the planes would be cool. I'm more interested in helicopters than I am in fixed wing, but I like to fly helicopters, and then maybe I can learn to fly a plane. Microsoft Flight Sim actually recognizes the farm stick on Xbox. I haven't bound all the buttons, but it does recognize it. Oh, Well, that's kind of huge, actually. I didn't know that. 100% confirmed on that, Kieran, that Microsoft Flight Sim on Xbox recognizes the joystick. That's kind of big, honestly. I don't know what you'd use as a throttle. Would you buy a separate throttle, or what do you do? Yes, flight stick. It does go the other way too. Yeah. You're totally right. A flight stick will work as a joystick on Farm Sim. So what I typically tell people, if you're on PC, buy the gear for the type of game you play the most. If you play more equipment and farming sims, buy equipment and farming gear and then use them to fly. If you play more flight sims, just use your flight sim gear in your equipment games. It's just a matter of comfort, really. For console, though, I would go, like, if you play any amount of farm sim and any amount of flight sim, I would go with the farm stick, because no other joysticks work in farming sim on console. That's only on PC. I just don't know what you do with a throttle. There is actually, oh, there's a throttle on the console joystick, so you wouldn't actually need one. I didn't even think about that. I wonder if you could do, the only other question I have is on Xbox, could you buy a dedicated throttle and use it alongside the farm stick? Or does it have to be one of those all-in-one kits? Because there is the Thrustmaster T-Flight HOTAS. Works on Microsoft Flight Sim on console for sure. I think it's the only one that works on PlayStation specifically. But I am a little bit curious about Xbox, honestly. What is this sim called? This is called Farming Simulator 25. And it's a, well, it's a farming sim, I guess. How do you not get bored in the early game? I got a clip about that. If you just go back a few videos there, Jacob, on TikTok, I do actually do an in-depth breakdown on how to not get bored of your farm sim saves. It's hopefully it'll help you out. I'm so bad at missing these lines, dude. It's a little nuts. I maybe tried a 1980s European farm. This is not a map, but maybe try it. Not on this map, no. But you could do it on 1980s European farm. I think would be fun on that Polish map, that base game Polish map. Or I'm sure there's plenty of mod maps that would be good as well. Big Man Mike, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Gonna look at John Agri's post. He made you a video. What? Who's John Agri? John Agri made me a video? Like for me or about me? Tease, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Who's John Agri? I don't know who that is. Oh, I'm offline. Hold on. Sorry, on TikTok? Hold on. My pockets in these pair of pants are ridiculously. John Agri. John Agri. Is that how you spell it? Oh, what the heck? That's so nice. What the heck? Look at this. What a nice guy. What the heck? Oh my God. Twitch, look at this. Oh, that's so nice. I'll respond to that. I'll respond to that later. And thank him. That's so funny. Well, I better follow him now. Oh my God. John, if you're here, you're freaking awesome, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely, I'll have to make sure I go and thank him personally for that. That's, that's so nice. It's been a weird couple of weeks, to be honest with you. I've seen a lot of posts about me from people that I don't know, and they've all been super positive and nice. So, like, to those of you who have been posting about me, thank you. I've seen. So there was that one. Somebody tagged me in a story. There's been a bunch of people tagging me in stories just of like things in the real world, which is awesome. And then I've seen more clip accounts popping up lately as well. I saw a clip account. Somebody made a clip of me. Has 500,000 views on TikTok, and it's just like a clip of the stream. It's wild to see, which is totally okay to do. Please don't report those if you see them. People are totally allowed to clip the stream. I think it's awesome. Please feel free to do that and monetize it. Like I can't get paid for TikTok. So if you're clipping the stream and post it on TikTok, monetize it. I don't have a problem with that. The only thing I ask is please don't directly rip my videos and repost them. But if you're like creating something out of the stream content, that's incredible. Yep, didn't pay him. Oh, I can pay people to say nice things about me on the internet? How much? Jake, how much can I pay you to say nice things about me on the internet? I did not realize this was an option, but I'm in. When we compliment you, you hate it though. Well, I'm not gonna complain when people do stuff like that. I say when you say nice things about me in stream because then I have to react to it live, you know. $5? $5 is a lot. $5 per nice thing, or like $5 once, and then you say nice things about me for a while. Dennis says 2,000. That's expensive. I'm expensive when it comes to man. I'll say nice things for an unlimited supply of Petunia treat redeems. That's it. See, that's a good deal. That's the best offer I've had so far. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. JB, shut your mouth right now. I haven't played Solarpunk yet. No, I think I'm in. I tried Solarpunk at TwitchCon last year. So I'm on their creator list. I think they had sent me something about it. Maybe I should go look and give it a try. No, I haven't played it yet, honestly. Can I say happy birthday? It's your birthday tomorrow. Oh, you gotta come back tomorrow. That's my policy. If it's your birthday tomorrow, if you come back tomorrow, we'll wish you a happy birthday. We can't give early happy birthdays. You gotta get a real happy birthday on the day of your birthday. Finally got a farm stick. Now I want two. You should get two. They're amazing. Keith, thank you for that heart on TikTok, by the way. I appreciate that. This forehead guy's ego is getting huge, but nothing like Jamie's farm. Or the fact you don't know how to cook rice, unlike your dad. First of all, my dad does not know how to cook rice. See, I don't know what nonsense he's doing, but he does not get good rice. And I don't know who Jamie is. But my ego is probably an issue, yes. You missed my birthday, how dare it? Well, when was your birthday? You gotta wait till next year. Oh my god. Those are the rules. I don't make them, I just enforce them. Dad is good, right? No, Dad, listen. Listening to Dad try and figure out how to cook rice gave me a little bit of an aneurysm. I'm gonna go back and clip that. I need to see how much of the internet agrees with me on that, on the rice thing. Because I know I'm doing it. I know I'm doing it right. He's a random dude with a big farm. Oh, okay. Great. I don't know who that is, but my birthday's happening in the next 365 days. Very smart. Internet security right there. Can I wish you a happy birthday for next year? No, you have to show up on your birthday. That's the rule. That's the rule. The only time I make that exception is I don't stream on Monday. So if your birthday ends on a Monday, I can wish you a birthday the day before or after. It has to be that day. Your birthday was yesterday? No way. Was it, Robbie? All right. Happy late birthday, Robbie. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. Okay, now we have to skip lines on the way back. Your birthday happens every year? Every year? Yeah, right. I don't believe you. Okay. Okay, so it does have kind of like a half line here. Which I guess is fine. Yeah, this is using a ton of fertilizer. We're actually gonna have to go get more fertilizer before we're finished this field, which is nuts. I wonder if I should bring it fertilizer. I'm just a little worried that if I take the tractor off the field that it'll mess up my tram lines. I don't know if that's how it works or not, but I might bring it fertilizer instead. Year happens every 2 years, not one. Some people it only happens every 4 years. They got leap year birthdays. They get a birthday every 4 years, which is crazy. I don't think I'll spray fertilizer. No, I think putting it in with the seeder is the way to go because it puts in the perfect amount every time. But I'll check the map after and see how it turned out. Did you tag me in it, Mike? Yeah, if you tag me in it, I'll have to go take a look, dude. You drive on the left or the right in your country? On the right. Yeah, we drive on the right here. I'm used to driving on the right, but honestly, it does not bother me to drive on the left. Like, a lot of people were really upset that in Forza, because it's set in Japan, and in Japan they drive on the left, that all the traffic drives on the left. That does not bother me at all. I do not have any trouble adapting to that, to be honest with you. It really winds some people up, though, to have to switch. Death Falcon, thank you for the follow on Twitch, by the way. Welcome in. Oh, perfect. That lined up flawlessly, dude. How many likes on a video for you to buy me a PC? How many, dude, if you got enough likes on a video, you could buy yourself a PC. That's the whole point. If you post a video, specifically if you do it on like YouTube or something like that, and it gets enough likes, you can buy a PC. It is a lot, though. I will say, to get a PC, let's say a YouTube short, 30 seconds to a minute, buy enough for a PC would be about $2 grand. I don't know about likes, but you need probably 7 or 8 million views to buy yourself a PC on that one. But you don't have to do it all in one video. You could do, like, if you put 1,000 videos down and you got, I don't know, 10,000 views on each of those, it would add up. You'd be surprised. That's light work. Yeah, then do it. I mean, if you can do 8 million views on a video, you may as well send it. Just steal clips from this stream and you'll be good. Just take clips from here and post them on the internet and you're all set. I cannot believe this is people's job. Like, my job is objectively silly and ridiculous. The crazier job, in my opinion, is that people like will make full-time wages clipping streamers and posting it on the internet. That's nuts, dude. I would do that in another life. I would do that if I wasn't also streaming. I feel like I'd be so good at doing stream clips. I could pull that off, I think, honestly. What if they do 8 million videos and get 1 view each? I mean, 8 million, like, how much would each video have to make? Like, if each one made a cent, how much money would you make? Because, like, you could post anything to YouTube and it'll make a cent, honestly. Like, I don't know what my lowest performing video on YouTube is, but I know it's more than a cent. I feel like that honestly could actually work. How do you think I send you all the dollars? you steal stream clips and post them on the internet. Honestly, Homer, that's an awesome cycle. That's a good cycle. I like it. I like it. Posting your clip with a Reddit story. Oh, somebody was doing that. Oh my God, I forgot about this. Okay, they were doing Reddit stories. You know Kara from Nonstop Pop on GTA 5. They were taking clips of the stream as background gameplay, and then they were using an AI that sounded like Kara from GTA 5 and having her tell jokes, and then it was my gameplay in the background. I thought that was so creative. That was so good. And like, obviously nobody would have known. It looked like every other video where there's just farm sim happening in the background, like sped up so you could see the progress. And that was the whole account. I thought it was awesome, dude. That was so good. And the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, cool, farming sim. Oh, hey, that guy's character looks like mine. And then the closer I looked, I was like, no, that's me. That's my gameplay as the background for this video. I thought that was so good. Oh, I followed the account. I'm gonna have to go find it. I wish I remembered what it was called. Some of the jokes that they had the AI tell were bull jokes. I'm not gonna lie, but I wasn't really associated with them, so I'm cool with that. Oh, it's John. Hi, John. How's it going? John, I haven't seen Mike's video yet. I saw your video. Thank you for the post, by the way. That was super nice. I haven't seen Mike's yet. I'll have to check Mike's out after stream. But thank you so much, dude. That was awesome. I'll add it to my story later and check it out. Thank you guys so much for that. And you posted videos. Okay. I don't know what I've started here. I will if you tag me in videos, I will check them out after stream. As long as you tag me, I'll go through my notifications and I'll see them. Thank you guys so much. Seriously. New idea. I might just stream your gameplay and just wear a mask of your face on the webcam. That also happened. That happened. Okay, so that was about, oh, he didn't last very long. There was a guy on Twitch restreaming all of the top farm sim streamers. He got mine a couple of times, restreaming all the top farm sim streamers. And then I think he was also botting views so that it would push him up higher. He did not, I think he lasted less than a day before he got shut down. But yeah, that actually did happen. It was a big thing. They'll get you pretty quick for that. It's kind of hard to do. Cause they'll get you pretty quick. Yeah. Don't do that one. That one's bad. Yeah, really, it's dead serious. I don't know if anyone remembers this, because somebody else came into chat. Another streamer came into chat and asked me if I knew somebody was restreaming me, and then when we went and looked live on stream, they were there. And I think we just like mass reported them, and we got them taken down by the end of that day. Honestly, it was pretty quick. Yeah, you got to do the mask exactly, and then you got to like pretend that it's you driving. That's the move, dude. I like that. Mike and John, thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. Yeah, I'll check those out later. Otherwise, I'll spend all day on it. But I'll make sure I like repost them and add them to my story and stuff. You guys are awesome. I don't have a wheel, so I'll just use a plate. Yeah, just use a plate. Use whatever you got. It's all good. Just don't be like Matt and ask people to check out your stream. Was that guy's name Matt? That was another one. A guy came into stream. What did he say? And it was really funny the way he worded it too. He was going into other farm sim streams and he was typing "everyone in my stream now." Like, really, it wasn't even subtle. He was just like, "everybody in my stream now." And so we went over to his stream, and I showed it on my stream, and he was basically doing this, no camera, no talking, nothing. He was just driving in a straight line, and that's it. And I put him up on the screen, and I was just like, "do your thing, Matt. You got our attention. Let's see it happen." And just nothing. Just nothing. He was also banned by the end of that day as well. He did not last very long. Twitch will get you pretty quick for that one too. But I guess props for trying. You remember that? That was during FarmSim 25. That was pretty recently, to be honest with you. Yeah. Because he only got one viewer, not the 300 like he wanted. I mean, maybe. I don't know. If it works right now, unfortunately it doesn't actually work, but I think a lot of people they try it. It'll get you banned though, so it's not worth it. The other thing, the less egregious one, but still probably shouldn't do it, is people will come in and they'll just like beg you to raid them. But you really can't just raid someone. Like if you get a raid, let's say you average 0 viewers, I guess. And somebody with like 100 viewers raids you, it won't help at all. You'll have viewers for a little bit, maybe for the rest of that stream of people who just like are AFK watching, but like the next time you go live, none of those people will be back. So it doesn't really work. You really do have to make your own stuff and find people yourself, I guess. Remember the dude that was raging to you and Dad because of what? Raging to me and Dad because of EPI? Raging to you and Dad because of EPI? No, I don't think so. What is that? Dad and I were talking about that. Oh, what game were we playing? We were playing a game and a guy came in pretending to be a developer, but he was just like in the Steam playtest of the game. And he was coming, he'd be like, "yeah, I helped develop this game." And then the more we asked, he was just like, he just signed up for the playtest on Steam and it was going around streams of that game, telling people he was a developer and like backseating them super hard. This was ages ago. I think this was Drive Beyond Horizons. And just like backseated them super hard. And Dad and I were streaming together, so I banned him because he was like being really annoying and rude. And he was like fighting with other people in chat. And then he goes over to dad and he's like, your son banned me. Tell him to unban me. I work for the game. And dad was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I think he might have ended up getting banned over there too. Man, you see some characters online, that's for sure. The PPE in Out of War. Oh, on TikTok. Yeah, that was a while ago. I do remember that. I AFK Twitch stream all night. I start with one streamer and I always end on the same streamer. That's impressive that you always get all the way through. That's impressive. I've never left it all the way overnight to see where I end up. But yeah, you see a lot of, if you just leave a Twitch stream open and there are people that actually raid out, you'll end up in some crazy places. The other day we had raided out to somebody and I left it on my PC. And then Amy and I went out, and when we came home, this room was like full of like flashes and stuff like that. I was like, what the heck is going on in there? I looked at the screen. We had ended up raiding to some DJ who had like strobe lights going on his screen, and it was lighting up this whole room. You just find some crazy stuff out there. It's awesome. That's the other one too. You wake up to like gifted subs in streams you've never seen before. Yeah, that's right. Byron, thank you for the follow on TikTok, by the way. Appreciate that. Welcome in. For a truck that hauls heavy cargo, what matters more, horsepower or torque? Traction. Traction at the end of the day. Are you talking about in Euro or American Truck Sim? Yeah, I mean body length for that game specifically. And then torque probably, if you're talking about American Truck. For Farm Sim, it's all it's weight for the most part. It's like, because usually before stuff will stop pulling in this game, it will start like tipping instead. The weight, stability, I guess. In Motortown, I got no idea. I don't know in Motortown, dude. That's a great question. I could not tell you. I've only played a little bit of Motortown. I'm not really sure. Edison and Brooks, thanks for the follows on TikTok, guys. And Chilson Outdoors, thank you for the follow on Twitch. And Fred, thank you for the whole 340 stream streak. That is insane. That's insane. Thank you so much. I have subs to so many strange streams that I never watch. However, when I wake up, I always wake up to the same streamer somehow. That is a little impressive. I think Twitch gives you, like, the more Twitch you watch, I think the more likely you are to get a gift sub to like a random stream. Because I think it's the more likely you are to actually check that person out. Because yeah, sometimes you just get random ones that you've never seen before. I don't know if I've ever really found a great stream that way, but it's always nice. It's always nice to have. Is that going to be enough fertilizer? That was a lot. I'm gonna grab these seeds too over here. I don't think so. I think we're gonna need a couple more bags of that stuff. Ooh. We could try not to take out our house in the meantime. Jay, thanks for the follow, dude. How do you do dairy cows? Dairy cows are a lot of fun. All you need to do is keep them, give them a steady supply of TMR. That's it. It's the only thing that matters. Give them a steady supply of TMR. And then just empty the milk, and that's it. And try and keep them, like, you want the maximum age of cattle optimally. What am I looking for? I'm looking for tons of fertilizer. Big bags. Ooh, I don't have a lot of money. Okay, I'm doing 1 bag of fertilizer because that is all I can afford to buy, actually. But you know what? 1 bag should be enough. You have 64 gifted subs. That's insane. I haven't checked my dashboard to see how many I have. That's a lot. V1, thanks for the rose on TikTok, by the way, dude. I appreciate that. Can I just use wheat bales, and what is TMR? No, straw bales are bedding, not food. So if you're harvesting wheat and you're picking up those bales, that's the bedding for the cattle. That's not mandatory, but you can put the bedding in there. TMR is a mix of silage and hay and straw, and it's the most nutritious thing you can give to cows in Farm Sim. It'll help them produce the highest amount of milk, basically. You can just feed them hay, you can just feed them grass, but they won't output as much milk. Learn how to mix TMR and you'll be good. There's plenty of wheat. Yeah, wheat is not going to help you. That'll be straw bedding, but that's it. It won't. And nothing you can feed to your cattle, that's for sure. It gives you less milk, the straw. That is actually true in farm sim. If you do straw bedding, you do get a little less milk. Now, you do get what do you call it? Manure for fertilizer. So I would say it offsets pretty nicely getting all the free manure. But yeah, you're actually correct. By putting straw down, you do get less milk. Maple, you are right in the way, little lady. Look at that. Right in the middle of the tram line. Maple. Oh, and she's gonna sleep there. Well, do not disturb the dog. She's fine. Oh, she's leaving. Oh, she figured it out. Maybe we can just drive over. Ooh, what line does that one? Oh, maybe it's okay. Maple, get out of there. Ah, we're good. Oh, 1 second. I didn't even turn this heater. I was so worried about not crushing Maple that I forgot to turn this on. All right. Well, she just wants to be with the seeds. That's fine. That's fine. That's the fastest we can go. Perfect. Careful, you don't want a name like Puppy Killer. No, you do not. That's why we got to make sure Maple's okay. I wouldn't want a name like Puppy Kicker. That's terrible. That's terrible. What, Bannon? Bannon? You going for a band speed run. Going for a band speed run right now. Oh, so is Dre-Wise in TikTok. I'll get that one too. Byron, thank you for the 117 community hearts. I don't know what community hearts are, dude. But thank you so much. And Joey, thank you for the 4 GGs. What the heck, guys? I appreciate that. Reese, thank you for the follow on TikTok as well. Did you see that Valve is going to release NVIDIA support by Q1 2027? What do you mean release NVIDIA support? Valve is going to release NVIDIA support.
Mediocre Mulligan just resubscribed at tier 1 for 7 months.
In what context? I don't know what that means. Mulligan, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 7 months. I appreciate that. Welcome in. Thanks for subbing for 7 months as well. Holy. I was scrolling shorts earlier and the clip of you killing the 2 sheep came up. No, it didn't. That's a lie. I buried that clip. I shut that down. No way. No way. You're messing with me. She's a true farm dog, always with the equipment. Our dog on the farm used to run circles around the farm equipment and bite the wheels. That was what Poppy used to do. Hated wheels on equipment for some reason. She's crazy. I don't think she ever got run over. She was smart enough that she didn't get run over. At least not that I remember. Well, she was alive, so that's a good sign. But yeah, that was her go-to thing with all of the equipment. Right now, SteamOS does not have native support for NVIDIA drivers and GPUs. They want to release it by Q1 2027. Oh, okay. I mean, does anybody actually use SteamOS outside of the Steam Deck right now? I don't know if anybody actually runs that, but I guess there's that big picture mode in Steam. It's close. Larry? No. We forget about Larry as well. Yeah. Don't worry about Larry. Larry's a goner, buddy. We don't need Larry's negativity around here. That's why we turn him into glue. Don't you remember we turned Larry into glue? Oh my god, there's still a Larry emote? Okay, well, I tried. My dad accidentally ran over my dog with a discer. She got cut up some, but the ground was soft enough so that she survived. Jesus. Oh, you'd feel so bad if you did something like that. Well, I'm glad the dog was okay. That's a scary thing to get hit by. Larry is already in a kindergarten desk. Yep, that's true. That's true. Stupid horse. Farm Sim giveaway? No, the giveaway is for the new DLC for Hunter Call of the Wild, actually. Which is awesome. I think Hunter Call of the Wild is still like $2, and then the DLC is 10. So it's a pretty solid deal. And the DLC was really good. We were playing it earlier this week, and it was a lot of fun. Even if we did almost get eaten by an alligator or caiman or whatever they're called. Caiman? I don't know. It's an alligator. But it's not an alligator or something. I don't know how it works. Sure, XC will tell us. As for SteamOS and NVIDIA, there's a small community that uses SteamOS natively as an actual OS. That's crazy. Not me, dude. I'll stick to Windows. But I kind of get it. Like, if you really just use your PC for only gaming, I guess I could see that being good. Brad, thanks for that follow on TikTok. How much money do we have in game? $1,500. We are out of money. But that's okay. We don't need money this time of year. Once this is all planted, genuinely, I don't think we need any money until harvest. And I'll have enough fertilizer and seeds to finish this off. So we are on the right track here for sure. We're just finishing up the edges here. It actually didn't end up needing a roll either. Just kind of nice. Did I send the roller back? No, it's still over there. Okay. I'll have to remember to do that. And then we can spray. Spray next. I have no idea how to say her name. 5 stars, maybe? I think that's what it is. Thank you for the follow on TikTok. That dog also got bitten by a rattlesnake. She was sick for a couple days, but pulled through. Pulled through on a rattlesnake bite? Dang. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We don't have a lot of rattlesnakes. Well, we didn't where we grew up. We do have rattlesnakes in Alberta, just not where we grew up. The ones that were like the risk to the dog, I think the coyotes probably could have been. And then apparently there were some mountain lion sightings, but we never saw any on the farm. She got bit by a muskrat once, though. It bit her in the mouth and she was bleeding pretty good. But I think that's the worst she had it. The horses were her biggest rival, honestly. Hey, Ellie, how's it going? I do remember saying your name, actually. That's funny. Elias, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Welcome in. I missed a spot on the other side. Did I? Missed a spot on the other side. I gotta do this, this end here. Where did I miss? Missed a spot on the other side. Okay, I'll take a look. What is that overlay? Oh, nitrogen. Oh. Does it need more nitrogen? For real? Yeah, hold on. We might have to check this out. Oh no, it's at the target. We're good. It just doesn't need as much fertilizer for the good parts, I guess. Oh. Hey. Are you talking about this? Like this is the line that we missed? Because then this is done. I'll check the map after just to make sure we've got it. Happened to see it when you were doing the headland on the other side. Oh, okay. I'll go find it. We want our poppies to be perfect. This is probably, oh my God, $250,000 worth of poppies right here. No production, not turned it into oil or anything. Probably $500,000 just on poppy seeds here. Do you like using the steering wheel versus the controller? Yes. I think the steering wheel makes it more engaging, more realistic if you're going for realism. Not everyone's going for realism. And also more precise. Like it's... I don't know how to explain that. It's just easier to be super precise with a wheel compared to a controller, I guess. And I like that. Sometimes I'm feeling extra lazy and I don't always play every game that can use a wheel with the wheel. So for example, I mostly play Forza with a wheel, especially if I'm trying to actually race. But if I'm just exploring or something like that, I will usually, I'll usually just not use the wheel and play a controller. Is that the part right there? There's like a tiny little blue speck. I'll see if I can find it on our way back. We gotta go in that direction anyway, so we'll take a look. It's hard for me to drive on farmstead with the controller. Oh my God, especially like before GPS, because now you just run the GPS and you're good. But before we had the GPS in Farmstead 25, get out of my field, you turds! Scram! You're gonna get run over by a giant tractor. Before we had the GPS, driving with a controller must have been an absolute nightmare. But also, mouse and keyboard isn't much better. Like, I still know people, and I think mostly just because they're used to it at this point. I don't know how people still drive on mouse and keyboard. That is unplayable, dude. That's insane. I think people just got used to it over the years, and so that's their go-to. But that's hard. I think I see it. This right here. Yeah, good catch. I don't know what the heck we did to miss that, but the biggest cornball song I've ever heard in my life. What is this? Enemies by the Score? Go ahead and skip that. That was rough. All right, there we go. And we can pack that up. We are done planting. Now we get to try a new sprayer. I'm so excited. It's hard to go back to the old farming sim because Farm Sim 25 is GPS. Yeah, I think I would struggle to go back and do it manually, especially on controller or mouse and keyboard. I think on steering wheel it was fine. It's not nearly as efficient, but it was doable. Going back and doing it on mouse and keyboard would be rough. Wheels definitely more precise. I think that's why people used to be surprised that I didn't use GPS in Farm Sim 22 as well. Like, that was always the big thing in 22 is people would come in, they'd be like, why aren't you using any sort of GPS mod? Are you playing on console or something? And I just like never really needed it. But I think it's because I was on the wheel, and so it wasn't really that hard for me to stay on my lines anyways. But if I was playing mouse and keyboard, or if I was playing controller, I think I would have modded in GPS to Farm Sim 22, because that would have been a nightmare. I used to do mouse and keyboard, it was horrible. Yeah, I can't do driving on mouse and keyboard. It's rough. All right, that one is good. Now do we have to do anything else with that field, or is it just set? Let's take a look here. Nitrogen says it's perfect. pH looks good. That's nitrogen, so that's okay. Man, the loam needs some crazy fertilizer. Yeah, I think we're all right. We're all right. Man, what's got the highest yield? Oh, the loam has the highest yield. That's why it takes so much fertilizer. I gotcha. Can I request a song and you play it as an outro? I think the outro's already been redeemed, actually. I think somebody already got it, Homer. I can drive on mouse and keyboard, Farm Sim, SnowRunner, and GTA, only use my wheel for ATS and ETS. I could drive mouse and keyboard for Grand Theft Auto, no problem, because it's not really that precise. SnowRunner wouldn't be too bad either. I see how you do that. Farm Sim would be a tough one for mouse and keyboard. That's impressive. All right. Let's try our new sprayer. So it shouldn't take very much. Only problem is our tram lines are bad on this one here. So I think what's gonna happen is we're gonna have to make our own maybe. Will this crush? Oh, maybe we'll be okay. Oh, this is first stage. We might be okay. Let's see if this sprays. And we might be able to pull this one off, no problem. Because it's still in its first growth stage, so we can actually drive on this. We'll run a GPS line. And see how that goes. You'll no longer pre-screen my request? I do not. You're right. If you request as an outro, I just go for it, dude. Do I need to pre-screen your request, Homer, for outro? That makes me think I should. That makes me feel like I should start. Haldor, how's it going? Welcome back, dude. How you been? The crane loader controls on mouse and keyboard are bad, but driving is... Oh, I forgot about the cranes. No, never mind. I think I'd rather play on a controller for SnowRunner. I did forget that cranes were a thing in the game. I think those would be brutal. Those would be brutal on controller. Did you see the latest Out of War update is out? Haldor, was that on the stable branch, or was that just for... Was that for the test branch? Like if I just launch it normally from Steam, is the update out or would I have to switch to the test branch? Because I just play the stable branch of Out of War. But if so, wait, is it really? I'll go look at the patch notes right now if it's out. Or maybe we should. Beta branch open for all. Wait, what? Okay, hold on. I want to see these patch notes. Okay, patch notes for Out of War. Beta update 0.35. They're revealing the secret project. Oh my God, this is so exciting. The long wait is finally over. It's time to reveal our secret project. It is now available for the beta branch, which is everybody, I guess. Make sure to check out the newest trailer in the store page. What? Besides secret project reveal. No, let's do that first. Let's do that first. Secret project reveal. Is it the lighting change? That looks different, dude. Well, that looks very different. I think it is a lighting rework. Oh, that would be sick, dude. I can turn sound on, yeah. Oh, is it just music? Dude, that looks so good. We might turn our day-night cycle back on. Look, is that in-game? Oh my God. I think it said it's in-game footage. Oh, what the heck? Dude, that looks great. It's all in-game and it's done on the drone. Oh my God, this is the, are we looking at the right game? Look at that. What the heck are all these buildings? Are they sale points? What are we looking at, dude? Can't wait. What game is this in the kitchen? This is the new Out of War update. New map, maybe? New map. Oh, okay. So lighting change and new map. Oh, okay. Hold on. Hold on. So let's just take a look at this real quick. The update also brings a wide range of additions, improvements, fixes, and balancing across the game for the brand new map Moivara, and progression updates to vehicle improvements, visual upgrades, quality of life, and more. This is one of the largest updates we've ever released. A lot has been tweaked, added, and changed. What? Oh no, this is in the beta. So you can access this now. This isn't stable branch, but it is a beta open to everybody. We play stable branch. So unless this rolls out to stable before the next time we play, we won't see this quite yet. But that is awesome. Improved day and night post-processing. Increased daytime saturation and color balance, improved lighting across all maps, updated work lights, updated production building and conveyor materials, improved environmental details and atmosphere. So my big question is here, and Holdor, maybe you could let us know. If it's daytime and we go underground, is it dark now? Because that was always something in the game that kind of threw me off. Is if it's daytime and you go underground, it's light. It's light in there, no problem. Now, if you go underground, is it actually dark? Because that would be awesome to see from this. Okay, what's this economy thing? New dynamic pricing system. Material prices now change over time. Improved economy balancing. Updated production and building costs. New and improved mining OS. Improved store sorting and navigation. New placeable sell points. Reworked bank. Improved multiplayer role permissions. Wow. Oh, improved excavator digging behavior and terrain. That came at the same time? Oh, I mean, we knew that was on the way. That's awesome. Improved loader digging and material handling. Improved paper material handling. Oh my God, dude. Improved dumping angles. Yeah, that needed to happen. Added additional lights, reduced windshield dirt. That was a big one. Yeah, that was pretty bad for us as well. Some bug fixes. Dude, that is awesome. Should be darker, but I frankly haven't tested that exact scenario. I could try. Give me a few. Yeah, let us know. Wow, that is awesome. That is awesome. Okay, we're gonna have to give that a play. So, chat. Difficult question for you. Do we start a new out of ore save with Dad? Or what do we do? Because that new map sounds absolutely awesome. But we've made so much progress on our current map. Like, what should we do? We could start a solo series. Yeah, we could start a solo series on the new map. That wouldn't be bad. Could make a backup of your save game just in case. We could. Just so we have it. Like we wouldn't delete it, obviously. It would still be there. New save. Mods, could you do a poll for me real quick? Could you just go out of ore new family game night save for the update, yes or no? New game of the week on Wednesdays. I would rather experience it with Dad, probably. I think that would be more fun, is to play with Dad. We're about what? We're like 12 episodes, I think 13 episodes in at this point. I've been hesitant on out of ore because I'm a solo casual player. It can be a little hardcore solo, but I think it can be fun. It did say the economy got rebalanced and stuff like that. I do wonder if that will make it better or worse for solo players. Because personally, I thought the economy was too easy in out of ore, so I'd be looking for it to be more difficult. But that might negatively impact the solo experience if anything. So maybe a little hesitant to want more hardcore. We've got time to think about it because that's on the beta branch. We play stable. I would like to continue playing stable, so we have until that beta comes to stable branch to make that decision. Because realistically, what are we doing on out of ore now? We just finished the power plant. And now we're going to get into the underground digging stuff. But that new map looks sick, dude. Finish the projects that you've started and then go to the new map. I'd be down for that. Oh, no worries, Aldor. No worries. I would be down for that. Finish our major projects, like finish the power station for sure. Probably get into some of the underground stuff. And then don't touch any of the new mechanics maybe until we do a new playthrough. I like it. I like the idea of a new playthrough on a new map. The other thing is we're pretty experienced now, so we know what we're doing. So it would be kind of fun to restart and actually know what we're doing at this point. When could you do another weekend stream with Dad on out of ore? That's a good question. That's a good question. We could probably do another one at some point. I discuss it with Dad and see what he thinks. Okay, I mean, yeah, I mean, that'll happen either way. I was just curious about what you guys thought about it. But we can figure that out over the next few weeks, maybe. By yourself so we can get up more than once a week. That would, I mean, here's the thing. If I do more out of ore, it'll do one of two things. Either it takes away from farming sim, or it takes away from our side games. Like it takes away from construction sim. We've been doing some hardcore construction sim lately. I don't really have anything happening on Wednesdays. Maybe we could try it. Maybe we could try a solo save and see if we like it. Like, we don't have to commit to it. We don't have to commit to doing it every week. What I could do is I could just grab a random Wednesday or something and do a solo, start a solo playthrough on Out of War and just see if it's fun or not. But I think there's something kind of fun to anticipating that we get Out of War like once a week. I do actually like that. Move all projects to the new map with Dad. Oh, I would want to restart and experience the new economy, I think. Underground during the day is not dark. We tried to find a way. It may or may not happen at some time later. If you want it dark, wait until night. That was going to be my fix in the meantime. So what we were going to do for our current playthrough is whenever we went and mined in the cave, we were going to switch it to nighttime. So we had to use the lights. So we could probably just do that in the meantime. Do a future competition with Austin Farmer on Out of Ore. I don't think he's played enough Out of Ore to even be competitive in that. Like, I do not think Austin would have a good time if we made him play Out of Ore with no experience. And it wouldn't be much of a competition because he'd have to learn how to play. The nice part about Farm Sim is we both obviously have a lot of experience, so that it worked out really well. Yes, it is easier to adjust game speed now. Yeah, you're right. Which I really like. How do you get the tram lines? That comes with precision farming. So we're using a mod that makes some of the crop stuff a little more complicated, basically. And tram lines are a feature that comes with that. Check it out. It's called precision farming. Tyler, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Sheldon, thank you for the share. Mike, don't be too nice to me. Don't be too nice to me. Also has lots of farm sim experience. Okay, he still sucks. I mean, we're a lot closer this time on this playthrough. It was just that mod. I think it would have been a real close competition on that last one had we continued it without that mod. I think we're pretty close this time. Okay, now I think what's gonna happen here? This is not going to make tram lines, is it? Or is it going to make tram lines? Not going to make tram lines. I don't like that. That's not very realistic. I'm going to go take the narrow wheels off of this because I don't believe that narrow wheels should not create tram lines. I know that's a feature in the game to give narrow wheels a purpose. But I think we should have to take the hit on tram lines for not placing them. I don't think we can have our cake and eat it. I think we're gonna go put regular tires on this, and then we'll actually have to be punished for missing our tram lines this time. Can you add them after it's planted? Yes, by running over the crop. I'll show you what that looks like. I'll show you what that looks like right now. Am I delusional or is that sprayer not have a motor? It does. It's tucked underneath. It's tucked underneath the cab, I think, right? Yeah, it's like on the inside. A little silly, but they've moved it to make some room. It does have a motor. Joe, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 13 months, dude. I appreciate that. It is Resubsidian here today. You guys are crazy. Joe, thank you so much. I appreciate that. 13 months is nuts. They do IRL. They're only good from corn because of all the row. Yeah, for row crops, you can fit in between the rows. That's where you get those, like, you've probably seen them, but those tractors with like double narrows with spacers. Those are for row crops. Again, not a mechanic in this game, unfortunately. Row crops could definitely use an improvement in this game. Okay, now I might have to actually go sell a pallet to do this. Because I think they're kind of expensive. Well, I might be able to change it for free. Hold on. I'm not going to put wide tires on there, but if we could do like regulars. Narrow. I might let me switch for free. Standard. I can. There we go. Yeah, that's good. And that's just, so what we've done is we've made it so the tractor does destroy crops now, which if you're not playing super hardcore seems like a stupid decision, but I think in the spirit of doing precision farming properly and giving us a reason to do tram lines, I think we have to enforce the we got to enforce the usage of tram lines if we want to do this right, you know. There's a downloadable John Deere with crop row tiers in single and doubles. Oh, I think there used to be some in Farm Sim 22. The New Hollands had some good ones. I don't know if they're in 25, but they don't do anything. Like, they won't destroy the crops because they're narrows. But if you have regular ones, I don't think they like fit in between the row crops nicely. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get too into row crops until they maybe do something legit with row crops. Okay, so this should now damage this crop. This should wreck it. Yes, that's what we're looking for. So now we actually have to be on top of our tram line. So we're going to end up making tram lines here. It's going to cost us a good amount of seeds and fertilizer because we've already put them in the ground, and now it's not going to grow because we got to run over it. But because we forgot to plant, that is that's the repercussion there, I guess. Oh, there we go. Line that up pretty good. Those on. And now it will make tram lines. Unfortunately, it's going to make pretty wide tram lines, but that's okay. They are way uglier than the planted ones, that's for sure. Planted ones look so much better. It's also like a slight angle. Sparx, you've kind of started my farming itch again. I haven't played it over a year, but I'm starting to get the burning feeling again. Don't say itch and burning. See a doctor. In over a year, you went a whole year without playing Farm Sim? Wow. That's a long time. That's a long time. I don't think it would come back to me before a year. SnowRunner for me is every 4 months, I would say. Every 4 months, I'm like, yeah, it's time to go back and do a playthrough. I start to get that burning itch, as you call it, to play some SnowRunner a little bit sooner. Chat, by the way, we're playing a new game in about an hour and 40 minutes. You guys are picking the new game today, so you just have to go into the Discord. I don't wreck the neighbor's crop, do I? You just have to go into the Discord and you need to vote on the new game at some point. Preferably before that happens. Right now, Iron Nest is in the lead, which is the artillery simulator. That is the one I want to play. I'm glad that one is in the lead. The artillery simulator is in the lead, but Recycling Center 2 and Cheap Car Repair are up there as well. But go vote. It's in the announcements channel in Discord. You guys are picking the new game for today. I will talk to Dad about what we're gonna do with Out of War. Then you might see a vote about that as well. Every other day, I get extremely strong itch to play Elden Ring again. Elden Ring? Really? Replay Elden Ring? Interesting. I can't blame you. Great game. Is there a lot of replayability in Elden Ring? I guess different builds and stuff like that? Interesting. For me, what games do I always want to go back to? For me, it's Farming Sim and SnowRunner as number one for sure. But then I've got some weird ones. I very often get the urge to go back to Carrier Command 2. Very often Eve Online, although I don't indulge in that one. I will say I just let that one stay as an urge to go back. I don't re-up my Eve Online account. I just leave it. Arma for sure, and Deep Rock Galactic. And then Balatro, but that one doesn't really go away. Balatro just kind of perpetually stays, to be honest with you. That's, I think that one's just a permanent curse, honestly. He likes Spirit Box? Dude, who doesn't like Spirit Box? But thanks, Donovan. I appreciate that. I'm living your dream, Brian. What the heck? Got good dreams, I guess. Okay. Find it somewhere there. Oh, it's further away than I thought. Dude, these are going to be the ugliest tram lines of all time. Oh my God, we should have planted these in. These look so bad. Your family doesn't like Spirit Box? That's okay. I don't think Amy would like if I played Spirit Box in the car, so I kind of get you, Donovan. Not that Spirit Box is like that screamy, but they're up there for sure. Great con, thank you for the follow on TikTok. I appreciate that. In my game, I just do one pass and set it as normal dirt, not field dirt. So when I plant, I don't need. Wait, in your game, just do one pass. It says normal dirt. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, if you use precision farming, you could do. You seem like you would be a shoe-in for precision farming. I'd give it a shot. I'd give it a shot and try the actual tram lines. My tram lines look like Jeremy Clarkson's. I also think so. Poll is closed. No. The one in TikTok. The one in, the one in Discord is not closed. It is still open. I'm looking at it right now. It's got 3 hours left on it. The poll is still open in Discord. It's in the announcements channel. DRG have gotten a few times. Dude, that's a great game. Oh, we're helping out the neighbors a little bit. Why not? Yeah, Deep Rock is one of my favorite games of all time. It's so like it's legitimately top 5 for me. What else for going back and playing? Oh, I saw that one that I missed. It's gonna get worse still. Hold on. I'm not gonna do yeah, I'm actually not gonna do a headland boundary on this one, Iowa, just because it would actually it would destroy more crops. I'm smarter in my newer ones, and I've planted in, drilled in the tram lines. I forgot on this one, but now that they're not drilled in, it is actually better for me to do it like this without a headline, because a headline will add a good kilometer extra of unnecessary tram line. So we're gonna do it like this. No boundary on this one. Gamu, thanks for the follow on TikTok. I appreciate that. Welcome in. I just checked that was, yeah, you might be seeing the old one. The new one is in there. If something's wrong with it, let me know, but it looks good from my side. Says there's still 3 hours to go. Oh, somebody just put another vote in. Okay, somebody just put a vote in. I think it's good. I do use precision farming. Yeah, I just messed up my tram lines on this one and forgot to code them in. So basically what was happening is we didn't have a sprayer on this field originally. Like, we didn't own a sprayer. So when we were originally doing this field, we turned the tram lines off because we weren't weeding with a sprayer. But then we bought a sprayer in the middle of that process, and like I bought the sprayer before or after we had planted it with no tram lines, basically, if that makes sense. Yeah, it needs to go further. That's fine. That's fine. Hi, DG. How's it going? Am I gonna get City Skylines too? I played it. It's okay. City Skylines for me, it's my favorite city builder or city planning game, but that game is way too easy. I think it's meant to be a little more chill. I like building the city. I like managing the traffic, but that's like the biggest challenge in the game. The industries thing in City Skylines 1 was cool. That got me into the game for a little bit more. But generally, I think that game really quickly hits a point where you're kind of just like making insane amounts of money and nothing is a challenge anymore. I like watching, there's some channels out there where like a real city planner plays City Skylines though, and that's a lot of fun. I think I would rather watch a city planner play City Skylines than I would prefer to play it myself, actually. It's they're so good. They make that game look so insanely good. And then I'll try it, like I'll play it and I'll try and do it myself, but it never comes out as nice. The stuff that some people pull off is insane, dude. But I think I just wanted the game to be harder, you know? There's some city builders out there that are quite difficult, like Banished, I think, is a medieval one that was really good. I don't know if there's any like difficult modern ones. Holy, I was way off on that one. Transport Fever is another one I want to try. They give you too much money in City Skylines 2. Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't play a lot of City Skylines 2. I tried it briefly, and it felt mostly like Skylines 1, so I didn't play much of it. I don't even think I made it far enough to see if that was fixed or not. Just on the last of my piece, switching from doing canning factories like you and going to give pig farming a try. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, we're getting into some grain crops on this save. I'm going to keep the peas as our main form of income for now. I did get rid of the spinach, though. Spinach was done. I was so sick of doing spinach. I've gotten rid of it. I've turned the field into, we're testing rye now. And we may, you know, that may become a more regular crop for us. I'm testing rye, and I tested poppies there last year. The poppies were good, so I've planted poppies in that field out to the, south? Out to the south, and we'll see what it pulls in, and we'll see how it stacks up against rye. I think rye might be more fun than poppies, but we'll give it a shot. Ooh, be a little careful there. How do you make interesting farms in Farm Sim? By playing in survival mode. Like, it's hard to make an interesting Farm Sim playthrough when you're playing in, you know, when you have basically infinite money. I think the more organic looking farms, the more realistic looking farms come when you place down every building out of necessity and not, you know, placing everything down at once. I think that's the way to do it. How hard is the heavy equipment bundle to set up? I think it's plug and play up until Farm Sim 22. For Farm Sim 25, I'm not sure. That one might be kind of tough to do. I've even heard that it's not compatible with Farm Sim 25, but mine broke before Farm Sim 25 came out, so I was never actually able to test it. Do you not like old equipment? This is old equipment. This is not brand new, fancy, modern stuff. I do like old equipment. We spent about 60 hours on this playthrough farming by hand, and then farming with some old tractors. Ford 6600, Fiat 650 Universal. Bought a Ford 1156 now. We're slowly getting up to more and more modern equipment. I think I'll probably buy a modern combine though. I think we might be able to skip the old combine phase, but we'll see. Will Rye let you do whiskey in production facility? No. There's probably some mods off the mod hub for that, like third-party mods for stuff like that, but they can't do it on the mod hub if they want the game to continue being everyone rated, family rated. Unfortunately, that would be a cool playthrough though. I might check out and see if there's any, you know, third-party mods or conversion mods that do stuff like that. That would be kind of fun. Rise and in-game crop are included with the map mod. Yeah. Ice Flake Studios fixed a lot of issue in the game. Oh, sorry. Oh, City Skylines too. Okay, sorry. I was in Farm Sim mode. I was not sure what we were talking about. We did just look at the new Out of War update. Yeah, that looks insane. So we were just trying to figure out if we want to restart our playthrough with Dad, and do the new map, or if we want to start a solo playthrough, or if we just want to continue what we're doing and introduce the newer stuff. But I mean, the new map really seems like it changes the game a lot. We're gonna wait for it to come out to the stable branch. If you want to try it on the beta, it is in there right now. You can go give it a shot. I think at the very least, we're gonna wait for it to come out to stable, see how long that takes, and go from there. The next goal, I mean, we don't really have a lot more goals in our current Out of War playthrough at the end of the day. Like, we're building the power facility right now, which is something we wanted to do for a while. We want to get into some underground mining and figure that all out. But at the end of the day, I don't know if there's much more to go on that map. I think one of the things I was kind of disappointed about in Out of War was how fast the progression was. Like, we had days where we upgraded our equipment like 3 times. Like, we did a stream and we started in like the basic wheel loader. By the end of the wheel loader, we're on like the 3rd or 4th upgrade from there. I was a little disappointed at how OP wheel loaders were, how fast the progression was, and how quickly you just got to the end game, less than 100 hours. If it really has been rebalanced, I'd like to know how, if it's made the game harder. The other thing I'd kind of like to do is I'd like to do a true start from scratch playthrough on Out of War, like super hardcore start from scratch, as in starting with hand tools in Out of War, like starting with mining by hand and selling, you know, tiny loads for any sort of upgrade. I think that would be really fun. Whether that's possible in the new map, I don't know. And then also play probably with the day-night cycle on, so that we have to do lighting and stuff like that. You know, really indulge in it. After I got out of war, I stopped playing Gold Mining Sim, but I will probably get Gold Mining Sim 2 when it comes out. Gold Mining Sim 2 will be worth a play even if you like Out of War. Those games are very different at the end of the day. Yeah, I would do Gold Mining Sim 2, even if you love Out of War and it's your main game. I think both are going to have a lot of value because they're not similar games. I know they're both mining, but they're not similar games at all. The gameplay loop is totally different at the end of the day. So I think both is perfect, you know. Nice way to make tram lines. Dude, don't remind me. I messed it up so bad. These are the ugliest tram lines known to man, but if I was smart, I would have turned on my my visual lines so I could make slightly prettier tram lines, but that's all right. We'll plant the tram lines properly next time. All right, let's take this back home. And hopefully we won't have to look at those tram lines much longer. Sparx, do you like European farms or American farms or Canadian farms? Well, American and Canadian farms are pretty similar. They just farm different things. European farms, I think, are a fun challenge because you have to do what you can with the space that you have. So you have to be pretty efficient. Forces you to use smaller equipment and just be better with smaller equipment. And I like that. I think, honestly, I like European farming more as a video game just because I don't really want to spend 9 hours on one field. And American farming, North American farming in general, is very much giant fields, spend all day on it. I think European farming makes a better game, honestly. But we're doing our first North American farm and Farms in 25. And it's been more fun than I thought. Like, I thought I was going to get sick of these fields. I'm not sick of the fields yet. We'll see when we get to the late game, but, well, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Which do you think is better, Out of War or Gold Mining Sim? I generally don't think they're that comparable, to be honest with you. I think the games are very different. I personally would say Out of War. I think you can get more gameplay out of War. I like that it's got the simulator gear. I like that it has multiplayer. So Out of War is a better game in my opinion, but I would say you should play both. I would say you should do. You could wait for Gold Mining Sim 2 at this point. I don't think you need to play Gold Mining Sim 1 if you haven't played it before. Wait for the second one. But I don't think I'd want to choose one permanently over the other, you know? I think Out of War, just with the type of equipment you use and the size of equipment, it's probably more my speed, I guess. But hi, Sim Greco, how's it going? Welcome in, Noah. Welcome back as well. All right, so this is good. Needs nothing, and it is it's all sprayed. The little weeds dead in there too. I think all the weeds are dead in this one. All the weeds should be dead on that other one. And then this just got planted and Maple is watching over it diligently right now. So only thing this thing could have gotten is probably some lime, but it's not a big deal. It could go in another year or two with no lime. We'll see what happens. What's the giveaway? The giveaway is the new DLC for Hunter Call of the Wild, actually. And if you don't own Hunter Call of the Wild, that's okay. It's like $2 on Steam right now. So yeah, see if you win it. That'll be at the end of stream. Okay. We need to do anything else, or are we all good to skip already? Dude, we're flying through these months today. Full of spinach and peas. All good. All good. Okay, these are good. I think peas are coming up. Yeah, peas come up next month. So we will be on a pea harvest here. And what about rye? Rye's not done until September. Poppies are not done until August. So we have one harvest every month now until the end. Okay, that's good. Until the end of the year. What's Steam? Steam bumps. Bumps, what are you on about, dude? Oh my god. Yeah, Yeah, okay. I think we're good to skip. When I bought Gold Mining Sim, it runs bad on console. Oh, it runs bad on everything. I know. I think a lot of people are really, really surprised when they hear me talking so highly of Gold Mining Sim, because I get it. I know that the game runs like garbage. I've played it. I've got eyeballs. I know. It's open world and it literally loads as you drive through the world. It runs like crap. A whole bunch of the animations are terrible. No simulator gear, no multiplayer, but the core gameplay is still so good that those things don't bother you when you actually play the game, which is a serious feat. That's what I've been saying for Gold Mining Sim 2. If like it's such a home run, they just have to they just have to fix all those little issues and keep the gameplay the same and everyone will play it. And I think that's what they're going to do, to be honest with you. But yeah, for people who haven't, never really gave Gold Mining Sim a shot, looking at it graphically, or even if you played it and you saw how it ran, you may be surprised that people like it as much as they do, but it really is that good gameplay wise. I had a feeling that's what was going on, Bumps. I had a feeling, dude. I got Gold Mining Sim last week. Runs shocking, but I love it. It really is like shockingly bad. It started as a Discovery Channel IP. There's kind of a running joke in the simulator community that if Discovery Channel funds your game, it's over. Because every game that comes out of a Discovery Channel IP is absolute hot trash for some reason. Another one that came out of Discovery Channel was the Alaskan Road Trucker. It started its life as Alaskan Road Truckers or something. No. What was it? Ice Road Truck? I think it started as an Ice Road Truckers game. And then it was called Alaskan Truck Simulator, and now it's called Alaskan Road Truckers. But it did also start as a Discovery Channel IP, and the Discovery pulled out before the game finished. Gold Mining Sim 2 started as a Discovery Channel IP as Gold Rush the game, and then Discovery Channel. I don't think Discovery pulled out of that one. I think the IP expired, and then they renamed it to Gold Mining Sim, and then it got good instead. Yeah. Want me to ask that guy about that truck? Actually, Bumps? Yeah, you should find out. I think you should buy it and bring it home. Best wheel for 300 for PC is a T248 for 300 American dollars. T248. Best map to do hardcore on Xbox. Depends what you want to farm, but I would start with Riverbend Springs in the base game. The base game maps are really good for hardcore because they have everything that you actually need. But I would start with Riverbend. I could show you the tractor. Yeah, next time I'm in the barn, I can show you what tractors we have. Should I get Gold Mining Sim? I don't think you should get Gold Mining Sim 1 now. I would say wait for Gold Mining Sim 2 to come out, because I think if you buy Gold Mining Sim 1, either you're gonna hate it and it's gonna be a waste of money, or you're gonna love it, but you're gonna burn out on it before Gold Mining Sim 2 comes out. And Gold Mining Sim 2 is gonna be pretty similar to Gold Mining Sim 1. I don't think you need to, do both. I would wait for Gold Mining Sim 2. We played the demo. Stellar. It's so good. It's exactly what we want it to be. You could go play the demo, but honestly, you don't even need to. Like, it's great. I recorded it as well. If you're on console, you don't have a PC. Demo's only on PC. I did put it on YouTube, a full playthrough, and you go check that out if you want to see the demo. But yeah, I was super happy with that. Looks like Gold Mining Sim 2 is in playtest. It's still got a playtest. It does have a public demo on Steam. It's in a really good spot right now. F1, thank you for the follow on Twitch, by the way. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm super happy with it so far. They can't mess it up now. Like, they'd have to go so backwards to mess it up at this point. As long as the only thing I notice is that the performance is rough still. They can't underestimate how much people care about the performance in the game. I know they had a good experience with the first game where people didn't care about the performance. Well, they did. It just, the gameplay was better. But like, I don't know if they'll do it twice. I think they need to get the performance figured out. And then, yeah, that could genuinely be like a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 simulator, to be honest with you. Stops, welcome in. Thank you for the follow, dude. I appreciate that. Best I can do is show you the truck. Ah, that's good enough, Bubs. Seeing a white Western Star would be sick, dude. Garson, thank you for the follow on TikTok. I appreciate that. I don't like base game maps. I like the realistic crop textures. I play a modded map, I guess. I don't like the sprite textures of a lot of modded crops. Like in Farm Sim 22, some of the modded crops looked better. In Farm Sim 25, I have yet to see a modded crop that looks better than a base game crop, because the base game crops are 3D now. So this is a modded crop. And this one actually looks okay. They look a little rough when they're grown out, but look how, see how they're just 2D planes resting against each other? The new crops in Farm Sim 25 are 3-dimensional. Look at that. I don't think they're actually 3-dimensional. I think they're still those 2D planes, but they're laid out so much nicer that they actually look like they're 3-dimensional now, which is awesome. Whereas these ones, these modded ones, it just looks like 2 planes in a cross, which was the old Farm Sim 22 way of doing it. So I have yet to see some really good looking modded crops, but we're playing through them right now, so we'll see. We'll see. It's going good, Stops. Evening Gaming, thank you for the follow, by the way. I appreciate that. Did we get all these? Oh, it's empty now. Perfect. The map you're playing on is Owendale, Michigan? No. Nadenthal, Manitoba is this one. Now, to be fair, this map was an older game map ported to Farm Sim 25, so don't be too hard on it. I don't know if those crop textures were ported from Farm Sim 22. It's quite possible. Austin is back on Thursday. Yes, Austin is back on Thursday. We will have a fence line feed this week. I think for Farm Sim... Oh, sorry. For Wednesday, we were trying... Oh, this song is awful as well. For Wednesday, I think we'll try some... What did we want to do? Construction Sim and maybe the new Docked DLC? That'd be sick. Docked DLC would be awesome. About time we tried. It's been out for a couple of weeks, so I didn't even finish the base game. Oh shoot, do we have to finish the base game to do it? I'll check it out. I'll make sure, because I still haven't finished the base game of Docked. It was okay. I don't know. That game did not really grab me. Maybe we'll try that open economy mode, but I think you need to beat the base game to get it, so we'll see what happens. Should I get Construction Sim? Yes. There is a new Construction Sim coming out at the end of the year, but the current Construction Sim from 2022 is still absolutely worth a play. Even if you are interested in the new one. I would say, at least for a few more months, Farm Sim 2022 is worth getting. Sorry, Construction Sim. Construction Sim 2022. There's too many Sims, dude. That's crazy. Your docking and mine are 2 different things. Bumps? Listen, buddy, whatever you do in the comfort of your home, that's all you. I respect your right to do whatever you want. What tool is this? This is from the hand tools pack. This is it's just a little hand forklift, basically. It's pretty good. Okay, we're at 121,000. I just needed money to rent the harvester. How much do those harvesters cost? I need to stop renting it. It is so expensive. 571K, dude. I mean, it's possible that I could afford it soon. And it usually costs me more than that because I usually end up paying 2 payments on it. So it's been costing me like $100,000 a year. It is not a cheap machine for us to be renting. Buy on sale? I mean, if we find it, I'm not going to wait around forever for it to go on sale, though. If we found it on sale, sure, go for it. But yeah, the chances of getting that is actually pretty low. I think we saw the green bean harvester on sale once. Oh, but it was on Fence Line Feud. It wasn't even on this playthrough. It was on a different playthrough. Go. And done with pallets, thank God. Need that money for harvest. So that'll refresh us on peas. Rye's going to take a little longer. And then the poppies will get us a good $250,000. So we should end up, I think, by the end of... Whoa! That was close. Okay, we got to go a little slow. I didn't realize I'd messed with the pallets so bad. Should end up making about 800,000 this year. Pretty darn good. The precision farming mod is worth it. You should play it. You should play it. If your poppies are like mine, I made between 400 and 450K for the harvest of that big field so you can afford it. Wait, that much? I don't think we'll make that much, but we'll see. In our test field, we made... well, how much did we make in the test field? Right, now I gotta fix this. I don't think we broke 100K in our little field. We had mathed out about 250,000, but we'll see what the yield comes up. And sometimes the yield ends up being really good. And maybe we make a little more money. What did you do with it, though? Did you produce it into something, or did you just sell poppy seed? Because I think that's what we have to do. We have to just sell poppy seeds. Oh my god. Only problem with this hand forklift is that the support legs get stuck a lot underneath the pallet. But it's still a very cheap way to move pallets instead of using God mode or whatever. Super strength. There we go, done. 153,000 bucks. Okay. Not bad. And is it time to harvest the peas? We're just gonna go run over there and check. I think we're good to go now. And then we have to hustle because we don't want to. I want to try and do it so we don't end up paying the second charge on the rental, but we'll see what happens. Still big on farms to 22. Played on native though. The crops were on the old game. That makes sense. Then maybe they ported them. Maybe they ported them over. Ready to harvest. We're good. We're good on peas. Okay, we're gonna do this as fast as possible. So I'm not gonna rent the machine yet. I'm gonna go switch our truck over to the bin. All right, of course. So that needs to be fully reset. One sec. Reset. This one doesn't like drop stuff on the ground properly. It's always been like that. Actually, a lot of the vehicles that drop stuff, like have detachable beds, have that problem. I don't know what the heck is happening with that. I haven't been checking the yard sale. Yeah, sure. I should check the yard sale real quick. That's a good idea. Here. Onion planter again? Whoa. 358K? For how much horsepower? 673 horsepower. I mean, it's expensive. Doesn't really make sense for a North American playthrough, does it? But that's not a bad deal. We also have this. Another Actros. They love putting the Actros in here, dude. It's crazy. Oh, God. That is decorated so insanely poorly. That's the other truck. That's the 14K. It also does the same thing where it leaves stuff on the ground instead of properly placing them, but that's all right. And then what about actual discounts? No, we're good. Okay. We get that. Let's get that truck. Where is our truck? Oh, I just turned everything on. Hold on. Okay, perfect. How's Dad? He was good last time I saw him. Last time I saw him was the last time you guys saw him. But good, I think. Your time is on 2, not 0.5. That would explain why it's going so fast. Thank you. Good catch. Detachable heads is crazy. I've been playing with the same one for 20 years. Bumps. Bumps. No more typing today. No more typing. All done with typing. Oh, have I been renting that this whole time? Shoot. I thought I said that. I must have reset it instead of returning it. Oh, man. Return. Oh, that probably cost me about $3,000 in missed fees. Oh, shoot. That sucks. You read it, not me. That is on me, Bumps. You're right. I've gotten too comfortable reading your messages lately. Can you make pawns on here? No. In the map editor you can, but not by just playing normally. Okay. We're gonna take this out to the field first, so that we're ready to unload as soon as we start. And I'm even gonna put this right in the spot where we typically unload first. So I think our yield's a little higher this year. So we might go not quite as far. We'll see. He makes streams so good. Dad does? I agree. That's the best stream of the week, dude. All right. And we just turn in right here. And then I think we can... Was it Z? Yeah. I think we could go... Where do we usually unload? Right at the corner before we go to the next corner, right? Probably turn this into a road or something, not bushes. We'll probably unload around there. Shut her down. All right. Now we do this as fast as we can, time-wise. Standard trek. All right, it's on. 30,000 bucks. Save me some money for once. Get over there as fast as we can. If I had a 5th of the 12-pack, don't trust me. Okay, sounds good. What is a tornado mod? Is it for console? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think the tornado mod is PC only. It just makes it so it can pick up your equipment and stuff like that. It's a little broken though. Doesn't quite work properly. But my guess is no, it doesn't work for console. Brian and MJ, thanks for the follows on TikTok, guys. Appreciate that. What brand of steering wheel are you using? This one is a Thrustmaster. Thrustmaster T598. Little overkill for Farm Sim, but we were using it in Forza, and that was great. It's kind of designed to be more of a like a sim racing wheel. Spirit, thank you for the 404 bits, and Bumps, thank you for the moo as well. Garden, thank you for the treat for Petunia. I got you. I got you. Man, bro, earlier they were going like all the way to the kitchen. I don't know what we were doing. Okay. We'll do this fast. There's no way that's a real person that made that sound. That's so gross. I missed a hydrate too? Okay. I will get it. Oh, fuel course detected. Figure it out. There we go. Okay, we're good. And a hydrate. Bob saying for the 404 bits. Do you have a fake ignition cylinder? I swear to God, I keep hearing a key. Yeah, I do. I actually do. And it turns on with a real key as well. Hold on. It's a real set of keys. It turns on the vehicles in my games. And I have it hooked up to any game that the vehicle can be turned on. It has been working with. So BMG, American Euro Truck, WRC, Assetto Corsa, Farming Sim. Haven't got to work with SnowRunner, but I know how. I could do that. I never bothered. It's not Poser these days, Bumps. I know you're like 100 years old, but it's LARPer. Poser's like the LARPer term for poser now, okay? You gotta get with the times, dude. Otherwise, people are gonna know. You're right, it's too much. I love it. Do you have a video on it? Kind of. It's the key from the Farm Sim 25 Special Edition. I had pre-ordered it. The rig is too much. Yes, that's true. You guys should see it. Now, you guys haven't seen it yet. But I have added another piece to the rig. I can now only get in and out of it from this side. I can no longer get in on this side. I have the throttle from an F-16 now on my left side, and it's like an entire panel this big with the throttle, the landing gear mechanism, a bunch of like switches, the countermeasure, panic button, a jettison switch. Think of the F-16. No, it's not overhead in the F-16. I don't think it's the actual jettison from the F-16, but it has gotten even more over the top. New setup video soon. I might haven't done a setup video in a while. I will for sure update the picture on Twitch though, because I think it was before I put that on. I know Bumps has reached Unk status, dude. That's crazy. LARPer sounds so wrong. I prefer Hoser. Is that what Hoser meant? Did Hoser mean? Did Hoser mean?
And one wiggle just
LARPer?
245 bits.
Bumps.
Getting too fat?
Yeah. Bumps, thank you for the 245 bits. Oh, it got deleted. Oh, he's gone. Do you use a shifter? If yes, what shifter? The T8HA shifter is the one I'm using at the moment. I do have a video on that. Do I have a video on that? It's been in some videos. I don't know if I have a video on it, but it has been in some videos at some point. GI, thanks for the follow on TikTok. And Snaptic, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Appreciate that. I don't know your name, but thank you for the hearts. And Great God, thank you for the sun. The 2 suns. I appreciate that too. Did my message get deleted for your age? Oh, if that's what you sent, then yes, as it should be. You can't send your age in Twitch chat or any chat. Start your new job on Thursday. What are you doing, Noah? On. That was a pretty good guess. Could have gone a little further, but that'll do. Hoser, an uneducated, unsophisticated, or foolish person. Ah, see, that's not what hoser means then. LARPer is like poser. LARPer is like someone who wants to be seen as a particular type of person, but isn't actually that type of person. So, what's a good example of a LARPer, dude? This? Jokingly this, but like a more serious... I don't know. Somebody who wears a leather jacket with motorcycle patches but doesn't drive a bike would be like a LARPer. That would be an actual LARPer. This is being a LARPer as well, but more jokingly. But like for real, it would be somebody who like wants to look like they're doing something, but they're not. Me trying to stream? Listen, you got to start as a LARPer. Every time you start something new, you're a LARPer. Until you do it long enough, and then you're not, I guess.
Giovannis LT just subscribed with Prime.
This ain't a joke, it's just sad bumps. That's so rude. Gio, thank you for the Prime sub for 4 months, by the way. I appreciate that. And they pretend they know stuff? Yeah, I think that might be part of it, too. And they pretend they know stuff. Where would you see the what's the... Like, what communities have the most amount of LARPers? I don't know. I had a good example of it the other day. Car community has a lot of LARPers. Is there a lot of car posers? Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'll take it. Lot of car guys can drift into LARPing territory, that's for sure. Ooh, hate to say it, but even more than car guys are truck guys. Like truck guys that don't use their trucks for any actual purpose. That's LARP territory for sure. For sure, car posers have gotten bad. Interesting. I'm not terribly into the car community, so like I don't know. Like I don't go to meets or anything like that. Stolen valor is like a more serious. That's more serious. That's a crime. But yeah, it is LARP for sure. Dodge Dark guys are the biggest LARPs. Biggest something else maybe. T8HA. T8 Tango Hilo 8 Alpha. LARPing rich? Yeah, true. Like a lot of broke dudes will get a Rolex and make it their whole personality. That's a LARP for sure. Yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. That's a good one. LARPing does mean live action role. It still means that. It's kind of like a play on that, right? Because like actual LARPing, like by definition, would be like Civil War reenactors or those guys that dress up in medieval armor and fighting. That's like the good type of LARPing. Like that's the fun, actual intended purpose. But like the facetious definition is like, yeah, like a poser, basically.
Colin, than if you
Oh my
just
God,
cheered
Colin, what is
250
this?
bits. Attention citizens of the Great Railway District. A locomotive of legendary proportions has just thundered through town, powered entirely by gifted subs, bits, and questionable financial decisions.
I didn't even see that.
The conductor is yelling, the passengers are cheering, and someone in the snack car is buying champagne with channel points.
Colin,
This
do
is
you...
your official notice that a Twitch hype train has arrived at full speed. Grab your ticket, wave your remotes, and try not to get run over by
Do
the
you
excitement.
use this stream to practice writing essays?
Leaving the station.
Colin, thank you for the 250 bits. I feel like Damon puts it a little more punctually. Dude, thank you for the 250 bits. And guys, thank you for starting the hype train. That was Colin, Bumps, and Juo. Thank you guys for starting the hype train. I appreciate that. Level 1, 62%, baby. You kids ruin everything. I'm sorry. That is true, Bumps. I will agree with you on that. I will agree with you on that.
2 bumps and 1 wiggle gifted 5 subscriptions to the Sparkies.
That's your fault. You distracted me. You distracted me. Bumps, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Was it the Monkey Hands, DNV, Escoder, Dead Robot Dev, and Hank Beans? And I think you're actually level 3. I think you went all the way. You went all the way over, dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh my God. And you distracted me, and I wrecked some spinach. It's coming out of your paycheck, Bumps. Or they're peas, actually, but same thing. All right. Try not to wreck any more spinach on our way back around here. We're harvesting peas right now. Us kids, I have a wife and kid on the way. No, you don't, Noah. No, you don't. You're LARPing. You're LARPing as a 40-year-old, dude. I'm 20. I know how old you are. That's LARP. See, this is LARP. He's LARPing as a married man with a kid on the way. That's bad. You're grown. Figure out how to do your job without being distracted. No. If the kids don't have to do it, I don't have to do it. And you're the one that's got it set for 500 characters, Kevin. There's no one to blame but yourself. My name's not Kevin, and I don't have it set for 500 characters. Pretty sure that's just like the maximum you can set it to, right? Can I have a honk? I don't think I have the honk key bound. I genuinely don't know how to honk in this game. You don't spend a lot of time honking at AI in this game, so I don't have it. I don't have it bound. Is it me or your internet that makes everything look like a potato screen? It's your internet, unfortunately, that makes it look like a potato screen. Looks good on. It looks good on mine. Yeah, your internet, exactly. So you're harvesting peas. Does that mean you're peeing? Yeah, you know what? I'll give it to you. Why not? Sure. Yeah.
Nathan26011
Just a
gifted
big,
5
it's just a big
subscriptions to
pea
the
festival. I don't know what
Sparkies.
to tell you. Nathan, thank you for the 5 gifted subs, dude. Those went to El Cursor, Vanessa, Titus Spanka. I think that guy spanks you if your name is Titus. Watch out if your name is Titus. Easy Baker and Miss Agent. Oh my God,
just
Zed.
subscribed with Prime.
Where's the peels? Zed, thank you for the Prime sub for 2 months. 7 months. Oh my God, dude. I appreciate that. Thank you for the Prime sub for 7 months. And welcome in. Just got a notification I got a free sub. It was not even on Twitch. Welcome in, Monkey Heads. Yeah, I think Bumps gifted you a sub just a couple of minutes ago. Can't believe at the beach, but I'm still watching. You're at the beach right now and you're watching this? Bumps. Bumps. That's crazy. Is it like a really boring beach? Like, is it a garbage beach? Like, what? There's no way this is better than the beach, dude. Well, everyone is napping, to be fair. Yeah, because that's what you do on the beach. You nap on the beach. That's the best part. This one gifted sub only went to current viewers. Fair. That was probably a lot more fun. I agree with that. I wish you could change it. Kim, thank you for the roses on TikTok, by the way. I appreciate that. Welcome in. And how do I say your name? Imont? Thank you for the follow, dude. I appreciate you. Welcome in. Kim, thank you for the heart as well. Enjoy this while shipbreaking. Real life shipbreaking or that game? That shipbreaker game. That was good,
gifted
dude.
a tier 1
I like that.
subscription to Kiwi Dubski Sog.
Problem solved, I guess. Dill, thank you for the gifted sub over to Kiwi. Dill, I appreciate that. And guys, thank you for, I can't see what the hype train number is at. Oh, it's level 4, 65%. Holy. Guys, thank you so much. Oh, and Imad, welcome over to the Twitch, dude. I was just talking to you on TikTok. That's so funny. Thank God that didn't work, Spirit. Too bad. Better luck next time. Oh my God, the honking as well. Mods, time Spirit out for a week until he forgets that he was going to send that message. Ridiculous. Shipbreaker is good. There's another one on the way. I think they're making a third game now. I think they're on a third game at this point. And it's in playtest. I haven't tried it yet, but looks good. Because that game is a lot of fun, actually.
Spirit just cheered 256 bits. Good try, Sparx. It's gonna a bad one. The goose goes honk 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 honk.
The TTS didn't even try to honk. That was crazy. Spirit, thank you for the 256 bits. I like it. Yeah, the TTS did not even give you the time of day on that one. Still good though. I'm at Carolina Beach, recommended to all my East Coast American friends. Well, they're all on the way now, Bumps. You better watch out. They're coming to hang out with you. That's okay, Thornfish. You can just call me. You can just call me Sparx. It's just easier that way. Rudy, how's it going? Welcome in. Didn't know there was a second Shipbreaker. Are you on the first one? I think there's a third one now. I'm pretty sure they're on Shipbreaker. Oh, sorry. Are you playing? My bad. Are you playing Hard Space Shipbreaker, or are you playing Ship Graveyard Simulator? You're playing Hard Space. Okay, my bad. No. There's not a second Hard Space. There is a second Ship Graveyard Simulator, which is like Hard Space except for like actual real life ships, like boats. Hard Space is better though. I will say Hard Space Shipbreaker is a better game than that one. They're both good though. TJ, thanks for that follow. Okay, is that an open invitation then, Bumps? If you pass out before me, you will get a very nasty Sharpie tattoo. You brought a Sharpie to the beach? I doubt that. I doubt that, Bumps. Bumps.
2 bumps and 1 wiggle gifted 5 subscriptions to the Sparkies.
Bumps, thank you for the 5 gifted. Those went to Sid, Base, Bendybus, Asta, and Hala. And oh my God, we're at a level 5. You'll buy one. Okay. You pass out. Bye, Bumps. You're going to go buy a Sharpie and he'll be back in 2 to 4 hours to draw on you. So make it a quick nap. Guys, thank you for the level 5, 65% hype train. That's fantastic. Bumps, thank you so much. I think you're at the top of the leaderboard for gifted subs now. Unsurprisingly, you are. You're at 25. Dill Pickle in second. Hold on. I'm waiting for the number to scroll so I can see it. Dill Pickle in second at 16. And then I think it's actually Reaper in third. Oh, crap, you guys. Thank you so much. I think I got Rudy and TJ for the follows. Thank you, guys. Get this unloaded. I just have to do the headlines myself, and then I can make the AI do the inside, and then we're good. Oh, I'm stuck there. Hold on. Oh my God, and Fisher.
52 just subscribed with Prime.
Fisher, thank you for the Prime sub, dude. Thanks for using your Prime in here. I appreciate that. That actually put us at a level 5, 81%. What did you do? You have the second most amount of gifted subs at the moment, Dill. 2 to 4 hours. I got a car. DUI ain't nothing. Bumps. Don't get a DUI to buy a Sharpie, or for any reason. Don't get a DUI for any reason, but like that's definitely not worth it. Well, it's never worth it, but you know. We're feeling good, Bonk. How are you? How are you? Somebody else asked me how I was feeling today. I wasn't sick yesterday. I think some people thought I was sick yesterday. I just don't stream on Mondays. I was not sick. I was very full from Father's Day dinner, though, I will say. I don't think I even had to eat yesterday. Game change? What's the new game? I mean, we could do it as early as 45 minutes from now. We could do it in as early as 45 minutes from now. Get your votes in if you haven't voted yet. So, just quick explanation. On Tuesdays, we play a new game. You guys vote for the new game in the Discord. The votes are available in the announcements channel. Just put your vote in. You can vote for one or more, and if you don't care, please vote for all of them. Just to get your vote in, so we can track how many people are voting. But go get your vote in, and we will play whatever game has the highest number of votes in about probably about an hour. I would say. I'm rooting for Iron Nest. It's currently in the lead, but it's like an artillery simulator. That's what I'm rooting for here. Sora, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 4 months. You put us at a level 5 98% hype train. That's ridiculous. What's winning? Who's winning or what's winning? Bumps is winning with 25. Bumps at 25, you're at 16, and I think oh, it's gone. Oh, that's because it upgraded. Bumps, thank you for the 99 bit. That does put us at level 6, you're right. Oh my god, dude. The game? Iron Nest is winning. Artillery Simulator is winning, so no complaints over here, dude. What are you harvesting? We're harvesting peas at the moment. A little under the weather myself, but gotta get my energy up for stream later. Yep, dude, streaming when you're sick is brutal. It's brutal.
Pickle05 gifted 5 subscriptions to the Sparx.
Okay, now we're at level 6, 68%. Dill, thank you for the 5 gifted. Those went to Cope TV, Reaper, Arion, Wolferer, and Captain E-Rock. Oh my god, Captain E-Rock got one. That's crazy. Dill, I appreciate the 5 gifted, dude. Thank you so much. Hold on. Let me do this without crushing any peas real quick. I keep getting distracted and destroying peas, and that's big money that we're losing. Okay, this is the last headland that I have to do. Then the AI can handle the rest, thankfully. What days do you stream? Every day except Mondays. Same time, same place. Every day except Mondays. The only exception is if I'm traveling, or I'm at a public event or something like that. I won't stream those days. But yeah, that's the regular schedule. And then I've got a second account. I've got a secret account on Twitch that will get random streams on top of the regular stream sometimes. So if I'm just like, if I've got nothing to do and I'm just playing something on my own and I feel like streaming, sometimes I'll boot that one up too. And we'll go stream over there. Bro, save for the 160 stream streak. That's wild, dude. Someone just sent me a free sub to this guy. Hi, Reaper. Actually, it was Dill. Dill gave you a free sub. Reaper, welcome in, dude. Enjoy your free sub. How you been? She takes you out in public? Sometimes. I know. It's a dangerous game. But I am allowed out in public sometimes, dude. 1 day a week. When I try to join on Twitch, it says channel is offline. You're probably looking at the wrong one. The channel is SPARX TV, Donovan. I don't know if you're looking at the wrong channel, potentially. There's another Sparx. He's Italian. You should follow him, too. At least if you speak Italian. But ours is Sparx TV. But we get mixed up all the time. I get a lot of Italian people in here looking for him. And I think he gets some English people looking for me. It's very funny. I clicked on the stream, not the channel. Like in my, where did you go? Like in my bio? Hold on. I better check that and make sure it's working. Oh my god, Dropner
89 gifted 5 subscriptions to the Sparkies.
Dropner, thank you for the 5 gifted. Those went to, oh, this is going. Quan, Ken, Lane, Nutson, Lightning, and Donut of War. I've seen Donut of War before. I love that one. That's so good. Dropner, thank you for the 5 gifted. We're at a level. How are we getting so high up in the hype train? Guys, thank you for the level 7, 28%. Well, I guess now that we're past level 5, chat, if you want to get in on the hype train, it is giving out exclusive emotes now. You just have to do 1 gifted sub or 100 bits. 100 bits is the cheapest one to do. And it will get you in on the hype train. You can get some special emotes that you can only unlock through hype trains. It is now officially giving them up. You should follow Bumps and 2 Bumps and 1 Wiggle. You messed up your own name. It's all right. It happens to the best of us, Bumps. It's fine. Are the gifted subs just randomly picked, or do you have to get a pick of who you give subs to? So there's 2 ways to do it. You can either gift subs to individual people in chat by clicking on their name and clicking gift a sub. And then you can just give a sub to somebody. Or you can just gift community subs, and those
Wilford
go
_
to
Brimley 1219
anybody who's
gifted
following.
5 subscriptions to the Sparkies.
It goes to anybody who's following, and then when you're out of followers, it just goes to random people on Twitch. Wilford, thank you for the 5 gifted. Those went to Exor, Ozzy, Shaggy, Benjadover, and Zedstick. Wilford, those were the first gifted subs ever, dude. I appreciate that. What the heck? And Officer Bub, thank you for the follow. Okay, Bubs, you better cut this out. Holy moly, dude. Time to bump it up.
2 bumps and 1 wiggle gifted 25 subscriptions to the Sparkies.
I'm not entertaining that. You don't get to have a catchphrase. You don't get to have a catchphrase. And if you do get to have a catchphrase, it has to be better than that. I will not hear time to bump it up once a day for the rest of my life, dude. I can't do it. Bob saying for the 25 gifted subs. Those went to, oh my God, what the Wilford. That's so funny. Those went to Wilford, Bentley, Macaulay, Dark, Des Crazy, McCann, Misery, Junimo Rex, Bronze Warden, Viscous Magic Man. Don't want Viscous Magic, that's for sure. Michael Wombo, the Banana Dapito, Eric, and Karmic Joke. I think it went to a few more, but they're off my activity feed already. Holy crap. Chat, we're at a level 979% hype train. Are you kidding me? I know some of the names are so good, dude. My favorite is there's a guy, his name is Captain Chaos, but he uses a 4 as the A in Chaos. So every time I read his name, I call him Captain 4 Inches, and I still do not know, because I don't think I've ever talked to Captain 4 Inches. I don't know if he is the most clever, funniest person in the whole world, or if that is just the most miserable, unfortunate misspell of a name of all time. But I like to give him the credit that Captain 4 Inches is an absolutely hilarious person, because I think that's so good, dude. That's just me that follows. Still doesn't let me join the stream. Donovan, that is so weird. Mark, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe your settings are weird. It's not an 18+ channel or anything like that, though. We're just PG-13, so you should be good. That's very weird. You should do a live of a Lego set. I have done many. They are a lot of fun, but they take longer than I anticipate. Honestly, yeah, we've built a lot of Lego. Obviously, they're good. What's the giveaway for? I got that new DLC for Hunter Call of the Wild. I have a copy of that to give away. I actually didn't think they were going to give us a copy of that to give away. But we did end up getting one. So I will give that away at the end of stream today. So we'll play our new game. And then we will do our giveaway too. I'm surprised you aren't named that, Sparx. Captain 4 Inches? If only, dude. Only dream of that many inches. What does being a VIP do for 570,000 channel points? It gives you, so the diamond badges you see in chat, like Reaper right there has one. So it's the diamond badges you see in chat. It's mostly for bragging rights, I'm not gonna lie, but it does come up with a few other perks as well. We give you the role in Discord now too. Bumps, did you seriously pass 2,000? 2,027? No. Holy Bumps, that might be the highest ever. I think that is the highest of anybody in the channel. I think the only, ooh, there's a couple people who might be close. Homer might be giving you a run for your money. Alex, I don't think is quite that high up, but he's up there. I think Dropner's pretty high up there. Better than Captain 4 centimeters. That's true. Highest in the room, that's me. You're almost as high as Reaper. That's crazy. I'm Captain Forehead. My forehead is a regular size. Thank you very much. I feel like you guys are too mean to be about my forehead. My forehead is like genuinely a normal size forehead. And my hairline is decent. I've been blessed with a decent hairline. Now the length of my head, like the total size of my head, something's messed up there. I don't know what that's about, but it's huge. But that's a problem for another time. Your forehead should be ad space. I've done it. They could make fun of your height. They could, and they do actually. Yeah. Yeah, I've just got a big brain. I like that. Oh, Dropner, for some reason, dude, yours feels like every single day. That's also still insane. 282 is also still too many, Dropner. You better cut it out. That's too many. I get there someday. I got 40,000. I'm stuck on tier 1 sub for 5 more months. Oh, because of the multi-month sub. No, that's okay. Chat, we're just ending the hype train. Level 4, 79%. That is absolutely nuts. Thank you to all of you who were helping out with the hype train. That is crazy. What does the bits look like for them? I don't know if it tracks bits. The only way we know about how many bits somebody has sent is their bits, like, what do you call it? Badge. The bits badge is the one. And there it goes. Chat, level 9, 80%, 60 gifted subs, 850 bits. That's incredibly kind of you guys. Thank you so much. Seriously. Insane. Insane. I will stop, Drobner. You better stop. Well, you have to stop sending it, I think, is the problem, but you better stop. Oh, how are we gonna unload? Okay, we just have to see what this guy does. He's picking some crazy lines. I think it has something to do with the fact that our tram lines messed him up, but we'll see what he does when he comes back. You do have a nice hairline. Do you have the headphone bump yet? Not in my skull, but in my hair. Yeah, look at that. But it hasn't, like, indented in my skull, which is good. I'll let you know the day that happens. I gotta maintain my hairline because if the headphone bump, like, is there, there'll be nothing to hide it. I can get away with it if I've got hair, at least. You need an X-ray to know? I don't want to get a head X-ray. That seems bad. Yeah, the Twitch mobile app does have a new point of view. It actually has a vertical version, which I have to turn on. I was supposed to turn that on today, but I forgot, so I might try. I got one 220 bits. That might be the highest I've seen bumps. Hold on, let me. 200K? 200K? Yeah, that's the highest one I've seen bumps. In fact, I don't think I've ever actually seen that bits badge. I don't know if I've seen anybody use that. It's the black badge. Yeah, I haven't seen that one before. Homer likes bits as well. That you should ask Homer if you're close to his bits badge, or if you. I think you've got a higher one actually. It's turned on. I am using it. Okay, tell me. Oh wait, like you can watch the stream in vertical. What? I don't have that turned on, do I? Do I? How do I know? What happened? What does it look like? I don't know what that looks like. Hold on. Now I want to know. Oh, I didn't realize we were still in capture. Here, this will give you guys a higher FPS as well. You can watch the stream in vertical? How do you do it? I can go sideways. Twist. You put a screenshot in Discord. Okay, maybe that's easier. I don't know how you're doing this. Does it look good? Oh. Oh, okay, so it's not actually vertical. Okay, that's actually fine. That one has been around for that's been around for a while. It looks a little bit different. I think it used to put it at the top. There's a new one that actually lets you this guy's gonna get okay, hold on. We're gonna have to fix this real quick. There's a new one that makes it look like TikTok Live, actually. But I don't have that turned on yet. I was gonna do it today and I totally forgot. Officer Bub, you made it. Welcome over, dude. Do I need a moderator? No, we're all good on moderators. Thanks for asking. But if you're ever curious, like, I will always put it in the Discord. If I need new moderators or more moderators, I'll put it in the Discord, and then I'll usually just do like a Google form, and that's where people can apply. But we're all set on moderators right now. Farming sim communities really aren't that hard to moderate generally. Chris and Memezo, thank you for the follows on TikTok, guys.
Bill
I appreciate
Pickle
that.
05 gifted a tier 1 subscription to Officer Bob.
Oh my god! Yeah, no way. Dill, thank you for the gifted sub over to Officer Bub for coming over from TikTok, dude. I appreciate that. Can I be a mod so I can ban you? No, and that should probably have been my first question on the mod application, shouldn't it? I should probably ask if you plan on banning me when people apply for moderators. Read my last message. It's awesome. I'm not reading that out loud, and frankly, I wish I didn't read it in my head either. That was rough. Bumps. I feel like if I laugh, it's gonna encourage you to do it. It's good though. It's something. It is something. You're right. You're right. Oh my god, dude. Chris saves the follow on TikTok as well. I need a road that lets me get over here faster because I can't cut through. Can't cut through this field. Can I go over here? Oh, did I wreck that? Yep, I think so. That's fine. I'm just trying to beat this guy to the end of the field. Did what you said to start from scratch with 100K both ways and doing contracts now. And what do you think? Game feels more rewarding this time around. Nice, dude. I'm glad you like it. It's not necessarily for everybody, but it's definitely worth trying if you've never done it. We should make you a mod, Noah. No, I think you're one of the reasons we actually need moderators. Generally. Respectfully. Respectfully? Disrespectfully. We need a moderator dedicated to you, actually. No, Bubs, you cannot be a mod. You cannot be a mod. Some people, I think, would hate being mods. I think some people like the idea of being a mod, but they also like they like pushing it a little bit, I guess I'll say. And those people should not be mods. They would hate every second of it. No desire to be a mod. No, I don't like being a mod in other chat. I'll do it if somebody really needs a mod, but like, I don't like being a mod. I think it's more fun to be the reason people need mods. Like, I've been timed out in probably nearly everybody's chat at this point. I haven't been timed out in Creepy's chat yet. I must be doing something right, but I've been timed out in Ultra's chat. I've been banned from Emmy's channel. I've been timed out in Dad's chat. I've been timed out in Chance's chat. I haven't been banned by Rawl yet. That's pretty good. Why are you such a timed out chatter? I think I like to stir stuff up sometimes. It's a little bit fun. Can I be timed out? Yeah. You can time yourself out. You can put in a request to the mods to time you out. I don't know if we have any mods in here, but you can use channel points to time yourself out. Fun fact. You won't be timed out in mine. Everything is welcome in mine. That's true. I never got timed out in Bumps's or Alex's channels, which I don't feel like is hard to do because it's Bumps and Alex. So, you know, there's that. Give us one example. I have to look at, I wonder if we could get like Ultra to pull my moderation log as to in her channel and tell us why she banned me. It was her mods. And then Emmy, I was beefing with one of Emmy's mods, I think, and kept getting timed out. I think Emmy actually had to intervene and unban me. But yeah, that was another one.
Dillpickle05 gifted a tier 1 subscription to
What?
Cringefist 15.
No way. No way. Cringe. Cringe, how could you do this? How could you do this to him? Dill, thank you for the gifted sub over to Cringe. And then Cringe timed out Dill after receiving a gifted sub. Oh my god. He wanted it. Oh, okay, okay. I thought this was just an insane timing thing. That's pretty bad that you got timed out in your own dad's chat. I think the mods sometimes go after me in his chat on purpose. Yeah. Sparx banned me from his Farmstead 22 save because I kept honking the horn on the truck. It was that, and you kept driving the truck into the water. So you're actually, and I think I left you permanently banned on Farmstead 22. You're permanently banned on my Farmstead 22. And then I have one guy that's permanently banned in Construction Sim. I have lots of people that I've had to ban from American Truck Sim. That's a more common one. You get a lot of trolls for American Truck. It's actually worse than Farm Sim when you do American Truck with the community. Xander and Sean, thanks for the follows on TikTok. Yes, I have a shifter. I am using it actually. Hey, you let me back in because I promised to clean up the railroad tracks, which I did. Okay, that's worth it. All right, so that seems fair. That seems fair. I've never been banned, just timed out, so I must be tame. You gotta be pretty bad to be banned. Like, yeah, and even for the people that we ban, it's not really like long-term community members that have gone rogue. It's like usually some idiot that's coming in to spam promote something or bots or stuff like that. Like that's the kind of people that get banned on Twitch. I don't think I've ever banned a long-term. No, that's not true. That's not, I did have to do that once, but they'll usually put in a ban appeal because if you get banned on Twitch, you can appeal your ban, and it sends me like the information for it. I have unbanned some people who got themselves a ban. Actually, I get banned in half of my chats because I ask if the person is LGBTQ because I am morally against it. You can be morally against whatever you want, but you do have to respect the other chatters in this chat. I will not fight you on your religious or moral beliefs in this chat as long as you respect the other people around you. That is my only requirement. Like Alex promoting his Under the Tunnel product. Under the Tunnel? Yeah, like that. Exactly, Bumps. Exactly. I figured it out. Bumps, it's the 100,000 bit badge. That's the one you've got. Yes, you're right. I think it goes red and then yellow and then green and then black or something like that. I can't remember. It's something like that. I might have those orders mixed. It might be green and then yellow, but I couldn't tell you. Someone says a slur, is that bannable? I mean, it's yes, but Twitch just won't send it through, to be honest with you. But yes, it would be if they were determined to get it through. Spencer, thank you for the follow on Twitch, by the way. Welcome in. I love that you let me have my own opinion, not get banned. You're allowed to have your own opinion here. It's, you know, how you express your opinion at the end of the day. There's a mutual respect for people who have differing opinions, but can accept that the other person has the opinion that they have. If you are one of those people, you're welcome here. If you're one of those people that has a different opinion, but can't accept that other people have the same right as you to their opinion, it's going to be a problem. Then it's going to be a whole thing. Oh shoot, we're gonna have to try and unload this guy on the other side. Try that instead. What's that? The best tractor brand? None of them. I don't know. They all have something wrong with them, probably. Your cows are dying. Help. Feed them TMR. Saw your TikTok on doing a game with long hours, took a loan and paid it off, started from $0, and I gotta say, I love the game so far. Thank you. No problem, Spencer. Dude, you're like the 5th person that's come in today to say that has worked really well for them. I'm glad people are discovering the start from scratch playthroughs and how incredible they can be. Yeah, I hope you're really enjoying the game. That's awesome. I think he means growing up. Part of growing up is keeping your opinions to yourself because who cares what other people believe? Yeah, I think that's true. I think that's definitely true. And the internet is really good at like getting you to argue about your opinions and stuff like that. And I think it's just nice to have a place where people can just enjoy the things that they enjoy together, even if they are different types of people. And that's what I want this place to be, you know? The older you are, the less you care about the opinion of other people. I want to generally believe that's true, but I also find that goes the opposite for some people as well. Like, I think some people, as they get older, they get really angry and jaded and just kind of go off the rails a little bit. No, I can't. See, the problem is I don't know if I've ever really cared about the opinion of other people. So I don't know if I've gotten better or worse with that. I think, to be honest with you, one thing I had to work on as a teenager was like empathy. And so I think I actually had to learn to care about the opinion of the people that I care about, at least, and like care about their feelings and stuff. So I kind of had to go the other way. Like I had to learn how to be a good human being a little bit. But the benefit of that is I've never cared about internet's people or opinion of me, or even in real life people's opinion of me, I guess. The internet has made people forget about getting punched in the face, feels like. Yeah, people do feel like they can say anything on the internet. That is true. Like there's no basic decency on the internet. That's for sure. Would you recommend the start from scratch playthrough for a first run, or is there a method you would recommend more? I would at least play through the tutorial in Farms to 25 and then go for it. Is what I would say. Dill, what the heck? Dill, thank you for the gift that's over Runty. I appreciate that. Holy dude, you're on fire today. Just say you're sneakily catching up to Bumps, but I think Bumps stealed that with a 25. Is this where we find out Sparx is a sociopath? So I was never diagnosed as a sociopath or psychopath or anything like that. I think growing up, I was for sure a narcissist. I think very possibly sociopathic tendencies as a teenager and a kid that would get me into trouble. And I do think I did a good job of learning to not be like that. And I don't think you ever really stop learning to be a better person, but like I've made a lot of progress since I was 14-year-old. I think Amy put you in check. I think I got myself in check before I met Amy, to be honest with you, but yes. She keeps me in check. I'll say. Sparx, if I give 245,000 bits, can you fly to Quebec? It would cover a plane ticket. I mean, there's a really good chance I'll be in Toronto once or twice a year. I mean, if you want to come to any sort of public event in Toronto, just take I don't know. Is there a train up to Toronto from Quebec? I don't know. Does anyone here have a phobia besides me? I do not have a phobia. I'll let you know if you missed it. I was in Toronto like 4 times last year. I'll let you guys know wherever I go to public events. Yeah. Sparx, you're doing good. At least you sound like you care about chat's opinions. Oh, I'm just pandering so you guys will sub. Let me know if it's working. I think growing up on I'm just kidding. Thank you. That's really kind. But I need to deflect because it's a compliment. I think growing up on a farm and having to deal with sick animals, etc., gives you a different childhood than others. I don't know. I don't think that helped me. I think if anything that... Like, I probably had the same approach to animals. I don't think I was cruel to the animals or anything, but like I never had trouble when the farm animals would die or anything like that. That really bothered my sisters when we were growing up, but like that never really bothered me. So maybe that was like, I don't know if that was part of the reason or if that was just like, again, another weird positive to being like that. I don't know. I'm not like that anymore though, to be honest with you. After getting a cat, that was the tipping point for me, was getting a cat. I have a lot more empathy for animals in general. And again, I was never cruel to the animals or anything like that. They were just part of the farm, like we would take care of them, we would feed them, we'd brush them, do all the right things, make sure they were healthy. But it was always like a very utilitarian approach. And then when I got a cat, that's when I was like, oh my God, I love animals. Like they're like people. Animals are people too, I have a phobia from planes. It's called aviophobia, but the weird thing is I've been on planes like 40 times and every time was horrible. Interesting. Like a phobia of planes. Is it being on planes or is it planes in general? You don't actually need a criminal record to be diagnosed with ASPD, but I've heard most psychologists won't diagnose without one. From what I've learned, there's not much room within the diagnosis for people on the lighter end of the spectrum. Oh, interesting. I've never talked to like a psychologist or therapist about that. Because again, like that was something I kind of figured out on my own. In my young adult and teenage years, I guess. How many likes on a video for a PC? I can't get you a PC, but You can buy yourself a PC with enough likes on a video. I'm telling you, that's the strat, dude. I bought my first PC. Not my first PC. I bought a PC 4 months after I started streaming entirely with like gifts on TikTok. That was it. 4 months into streaming. Well, it was half of it actually. It was half of the PC, and then I bought the other half. Do you feel like a surgeon while using a front-end loader? Oh, I don't know if I'm good enough to call myself a front-end loader surgeon, dude. I mean, it is very precise, but I don't know if I'm that good with it to say I feel like a surgeon. I'm pretty good with an excavator, though. I can get good with an excavator. Hi, Centurion. How's it going, dude? Welcome in. You're doing a lot of giveaways? Yeah, we've been getting a lot of stuff. Like, it's lovely. All of these game devs just give us codes. It's amazing. Start a hand tool run and was curious where you got the small bags of seed and fertilizer in the beginning of the Hardcore Canadian series and the Million Challenge with the puppy kicker. First message, you call him a puppy kicker? You have my respect. The hand tool or the liftable consumables. Hand liftable consumables. That's what the picture looks like. And it's the little bags of stuff. And it applies to all things in the game, basically, that are consumable. So even fuel can be moved by hand, which is an awesome perk, by the way. Yeah, hand liftable consumables. It is on console. Were you on Out of Ore yesterday? Yesterday, no, but I was on Out of Ore today, putting thumbnails together for the next episode of Family Game Night. Yeah, you might have seen me on there. Yesterday, I was on Arma 3 for about 12 hours straight. If you're friends with me on Steam or on Discord, you probably would have seen that. You should take down the trees between the rye and the poppies and put in a road to the silo. I might, but I like that windbreak. You got to be careful when you're in the prairies. You need those trees as a windbreak, and if you wreck them, it can really mess up your fields. So what I might do is I might just put a road next to the windbreak instead, so that we can get back to the piece. I made a new tram line that we could take for today, but I don't want to mess with the windbreaks too much. Thanks, that's an awesome mod. Glad I could earn some respect on the first message. Listen, you call Austin a puppy kicker. You got it, dude. You got it. That's so good. Potatoes with hand tools are more easy. Yeah, the root crops and the veggie crops for hand tools are really lucrative. Typically, you got to get way late in the game for them. How many fields do you own? 6, I think. I think we're on 6 right now. Let me tell you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7. Got 7. 2 of them are house ones though. It's puppy killer. No, it's kicker. It's not puppy killer. It's puppy kicker is what we call it.
Dillpickle05 gifted a tier 1 subscription to Darkone 482.
Dill, what are you doing today, dude? Dill, thank you for the gifted sub over to Dark One. First message in the channel. Getting a gifted sub from Dill. Dill, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate that. Thank you for blessing our new community members with a gift, dude. That's crazy. Hi, Akatosh. How's it going? Welcome in. Nothing was better than calling Austin a nobody than him flexing his YouTube on me. Dude, you should see some of his comment sections. They're awful. They're awful. Yeah, he's fighting for his life in some of his comments, especially in like some of his truck posts, because the trucks, I think his trucks just piss people off because they're so goofy and over the top, and like they're not practical. They're just showy. And some people, they just get so mad, dude. You gotta go check out his comment sections. His responses are usually pretty good too. Hi Bentley, how's it going?
Darkone 482 gifted 1 subscriptions to the Sparkies.
What? Why? Dark, thank you for the gifted sub. That one went to DVG 247. What is going on today? You guys are ridiculous. Dark, thank you for the gifted sub. Dill, thank you for the gifted sub to Dark. And Dark, thank you for the gifted sub to DVG. You guys are silly, dude. Appreciate that. Sparx, remember when you called yourself a big moist cat boy? I don't think I called myself a big moist cat boy. Did I? What was the context of that? I don't remember that. Like, I vaguely remember that being a bit, but I don't remember why. I feel like it was Jupe that called me a big moist cat boy, and then I read the message out loud. I'm not a sheep killer, dude. It was one time. I don't remember the content. I feel like somebody else came up with it, and then I might have read it. Can I get a John Deere 4755 with twin wheels? For what? For this? That would be not very efficient. The truck and the pea harvester is kind of what we need at the moment. The name of the map is Nadenthal. Yeah. Wood chips, usually the animal dealer, but it depends on the map. It'll tell you in the prices menu. Oops. It'll tell you in the prices menu. I don't remember the lasagna killer. What's the lasagna killer? Lasagna killer. Yeah, that one I don't remember. Now you're going into the archives, dude. Somehow when I tune into stream, I feel how I imagine moms feel when their kids do really stupid things and they just don't have the energy to care. Why? What are we doing that makes you feel that way? We're being totally normal right now, sweet bit. We're being respectful and responsible, and we're just harvesting our peas and living our lives. What are you talking about? Oh my god. Is it okay if you spell it so I can type it in my notes? Yes, Gnadenthal is the one, George. Do I eat pizza? I don't know. Is there anybody that doesn't eat pizza? Of course. I freaking love pizza, dude. I'll check it after stream, Mike. It's hard for me to check on stream. I'll check it after stream though, for sure. Yeah, if you just go command Discord there. Oh, by the way, chat, in about, oh my god, in less than 30 minutes, we're going to the new game. You guys have to vote on what the new game is. There's 100 votes casted right now. Go to the Discord, go to the announcements channel, and vote in that poll for the new game. There's only a few minutes left to vote, and a few minutes until we get to play. I'm lactose intolerant, and I still eat pizza. Exactly. So that's the thing. Pizza's so easy to adapt. There's gluten-free pizza, vegan pizza, lactose-free pizza, pizza-free pizza, probably. Like, there's... everything can be pizza, dude. Ozzy, I'm not reading that. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. My mom can't eat tomatoes, so she doesn't. Oh, dude, I make a wicked garlic aioli bacon pizza that you could give your mom. It's fantastic. No tomatoes involved. I make a really, really strong garlic aioli. So tons of fresh garlic, mayo, a little bit of sour cream. I use that as the sauce, and then I do mozzarella cheese, bacon, and I mean, you can leave it at that. That's honestly good. And you can have kind of like it's like a cheesy garlic bread pizza. It's so good, and no tomatoes required, dude. I'm too fat already, but I eat pizza anyways. I feel that, dude. There's nothing healthy about pizza. I said a Burger Baron pizza? Burger Baron is pizza? Chip, that's... I didn't even know they serve pizza. Every time it's mushroom burger and a milkshake. I couldn't tell you anything else that's on their menu. I go for the classic, and that's it. My grandma and I, oh my god, this is such a throwback. My grandma and I, she used to drive me to piano lessons once a week. It was like every Thursday evening or something like that. And our regular thing was to go to Burger Baron and get a mushroom burger and milkshakes on the way. I think it was on the way back, typically. That was the best. That was the best. I haven't taken piano lessons in many, many years. What? You'd keep playing piano if you got a mushroom burger out of it every time. Tried to eat one of those cauliflower pizzas, and it was absolute garbage. So I've had one cauliflower pizza that was terrible. Like, I got it at a grocery store in the frozen section, and it was truthfully one of the worst things I've ever eaten in my life. But then I had a cauliflower pizza from a pizza place, and it was delicious. I almost liked it as much as regular pizza. It was really good. I'm not keto, so I don't need cauliflower pizza, but it was great. So I'm like, I got trust issues with cauliflower pizza. I won't buy the frozen ones anymore, but I might be able to have a good one at a restaurant. They have fried chicken, pizza, Donaire's chicken wings, the kind of the classic Canadian small town burger joint stuff, burger/pizza joint stuff. The original Burger Baron in town was great. They closed and moved, took over an old Tasty Freeze, and it went downhill from there. Downhill from Burger Baron is a statement. Listen, I love Burger Baron. They're great, but they're not serving premium food. I cannot imagine what downhill for a Burger Baron even looks like, dude. Like, they would literally have to stop serving their burgers on buns to go downhill. They're not exactly quality central, I'm not gonna lie. The one in Sundry has all that stuff. They might be privately owned, to be fair, so they might be able to pick their own stuff. The internet's doing cauliflower steaks now. Those are okay. I think you could make a good cauliflower steak if you marinated it for a few days. I really got some flavor in there, but it's not the way to eat cauliflower. Pakora is probably my go-to way to prepare cauliflower. Cauliflower pizza from a good pizza joint can be fire. Yeah, I did experience that, and it was good. Cauliflower steak, I think, is an iffy one. I think it's better fried, like deep fried. Heard Donaires from Trailer Park Boys. Wait, is that your only knowledge of Donaires? Is from Trailer Park Boys? Because that would be crazy. That would be such a weird impression of Canadian culture. If it's for real. Trailer Park Boys is your only interaction with Donaires? You're not Canadian then, obviously. Sorry, I forget where everybody's from. Yours too? Oh my god, that's awesome. So Donaires are what Canadians have as kebab or gyro or doner kebab. They're Donaires. It's the same thing. Well, okay, it's a little bit different than a standard gyro or a doner kebab or whatever you're gonna call it. But yeah, that's our kebab in Canada. Is Donaires. They are different, so they are not typically grilled. Like I've seen kebab, it's like wrapped in like a tortilla. In Sweden, they were wrapped in a tortilla, which was interesting. Typically like pita, maybe it's fried, maybe it's not. Here it is a warmed pita stuffed with donair meat, which is, it's pretty similar. It's relatively similar to kebab. It's a little bit different, but the staple of Donaires, which sets it differently to kebab or gyros or stuff like that, is it almost always has a sweet sauce, and you can order it with tzatziki if you want, but a true Canadian Donair is sweet garlic sauce, and it's like a sweet, it doesn't sound good to describe, it is a sweet cream sauce, and it's just jammed full of this stuff that, like, it leaks while you eat it. So Donairs are kind of like sweet and meaty and tangy. Some people hate the sweet sauce and they'll get the tzatziki, but I would say Donair pretty much has to have the sweet sauce, honestly. Same from the USA. Really, Lionel. Interesting. Ketchup chips and YouTubers are my only Canadian culture that I know. Yeah, Canadian culture is kind of a funny word because, like, it's not particularly distinct, I would say, because Canada's a very young country. Like, it's less than 200 years old. And so Canadian culture, it's usually a mix of, like, things we've stolen, not stolen, but like taken in from other countries as people like move into the country. I would say it's a lot of Ukrainian culture. A lot of Ukrainian culture, a lot of Irish in the East. A lot of, surprisingly, a lot of Indian culture as well. I think probably we've been getting the most amount of people from India over the last 10 years. Before that, a lot of Chinese people. So like a lot of Mandarin speakers, and you know, you take in food and stuff with that as well. Stuff like kebab, not donairs, but like actual kebab, that's newer. Indian food, newer, on the newer end for sure for us. Don't forget the French. Well, that would be like, yeah, you don't see a lot of that out here in Alberta, but it's not French. Like, I can't say it's like France, because it's not France, it's Quebecois culture, which is different. It is distinct from French culture. Both the French and the Quebecois would be upset with you if you try to equate those two things. They are different. Yeah. I heard how old the country was now, so I have to say this: America 250. Dude, even that's nothing. That's Canada is younger than that, but even in the grand scheme of things, I'd say 90% of the people in this chat that aren't American or Canadian are from older countries than that. We're both very, very young countries for sure. Do you have a lot of American food? Yeah, a lot of American food, but it does tend to get adapted for Canadian tastes. So I find like Canadians will generally reject the more absurd American foods. Like if you go to an American grocery store, the one thing that stands out is how much ready to eat stuff there is, like frozen and on the shelf and stuff like that. Canadians don't take up as much of the ready to eat stuff, but kind of the classics like potato chips, pizza, burgers. Again, it does kind of get adapted for Canadian taste, but it does exist. Yeah, shawarma, we don't see a lot of shawarma. We are now starting to see more of that, especially in like Ontario, for example. It's making its way out to Alberta, but getting shawarma here we've only really been able to do that more recently. Cajun French culture is different too, I'm sure. Made the mistake of going to Quebec for my first time in Canada. I don't speak a lick of French, and most of them chose not to speak English to us. I did not do enough research before we traveled. Quebec City at Christmas is beautiful, though. Yes, it is. I just want you to know that every single person you talked to did speak English. They were just choosing not to speak English to you, but they will do that. You have to do this whole song and dance. You have to try and speak French, and then they will act annoyed, and then they will annoyedly speak to you in English, but they have to be the ones to initiate the English. It's just a pride thing. You just gotta work around it. So try and speak French badly. They will start speaking to you in English and they will act annoyed, but ultimately you'll have an English conversation. That's just how you communicate with the Quebecois. German here. My family has been in the US since like the early 1800s. Wow. Mine would be mid 1900s actually. Couldn't tell you the exact year, but yeah, it would be early mid 1900s for the most part. I mean, it depends what part of the family, but new kids do not cook in America. DoorDash or something ready to go in the microwave. Yeah, that's true here too. A lot of people my age don't know how to cook, and they're like anxious about cooking. I think the problem was we had cooking classes in school, and I'm sure this doesn't apply to the whole country, but we had cooking classes in school, but it was so focused on food safety and so anti-experimentation and like, you know, pro-food culture, I would say, that I think a lot of people came out of it scared to undercook chicken and like terrified that they're gonna kill themselves with their food, and now most of them are like scared to cook. They're scared to experiment, scared to cook. It's really weird to say. And see them more with driving as well, which is interesting. This one I never got, but a lot of people younger than me, I don't think people my age so much, like 25 plus, but like people under the age of 25 that are scared to drive is very, very common now as well. Now driving has gotten a lot more complex than it used to be. Even when I started driving, like driving has changed a lot since then. So I kind of get it, but we don't live in a society where you can survive without a car. We do not have good public transit. Nothing is walkable. You need a car here, unfortunately. But I do understand the anxiety around driving. People wait till the last second to make food and don't want to wait to eat. Maybe that, but I mean, there's also the factor of like, you know, one minimum wage won't keep a household together now. So you've got like either one person working minimum wage and full-time plus, or you have two people working. I kind of get that part as well. Like when I was working full-time, I would also go, I could cook, so I knew how to cook fast meals, but I was often cooking fast meals that were not that healthy just because I was working like 70 to 90 hours a week. And it was mostly just to pay my rent. Is to pay my rent. I put a little bit of money away. I mean, I had a pretty good job, so I could put some into savings. But, like if I had kids, I would have been eating canned tuna every single day, probably. First, kids under 25 understand the math that it's more expensive than to Uber. Yes. Wait. No, Uber's more expensive than owning a car for sure. Yeah, I don't think people Uber that much. Like, I don't know anybody that Ubers to work every day. I would understand it if you could walk to work and then you just, you know, once or twice a month if you wanted to go out, you'd Uber or you'd take the bus or something like that. But I don't think anybody's replacing daily driving with Uber, to be honest with you. It's just not worth it. If you Uber to work every day, you'd spend more than you made. You reach a point where you're so exhausted, you just find something to shove in your mouth and call it good. Yeah, I got really good at meal prepping. Now, I am not the kind of person that needs different food all the time, to be honest. Like, I could eat the same thing for a month straight, and I would genuinely be totally okay. So like at the time I was just meal prepping stuff that I could microwave, but I would eat the same meal for a week straight. That was good for time. I spent it playing video games, but it was good for time. No, so we did the math in Chicago. The kid Ubers every day, both ways. Really? Now, I don't think you could do that. I mean, it depends on the circumstances, I guess. Like, for example, if Amy was going to Uber to her work every day, it would genuinely cost more than she makes to and from work every single day. I mean, I don't know if you can get like a discount on Uber if you use it a lot, but I would, and she seems like she's in kind of an average situation. I don't think, I don't know. I don't think anybody could do that on a regular basis. My first lesson for my kids on driving is parallel parking. Your first lesson is parallel parking? That seems like a bad plan. First lesson. Yeah, I mean, see, I grew up in a place where you never had to parallel park. You never had to do it. I learned to parallel park for my driver's test. And then I genuinely don't think I parallel parked more than once or twice in a decade, because it just never had to happen. I grew up in the suburbs, and you don't parallel park in the suburbs. Luckily I could still. I like driving games and stuff like that, so I always could parallel park. I can parallel park now. Now that we moved to the city, I parallel park literally all the time. But yeah, that was one thing I like learned and then never had to do again. I remember seeing there was a kid who lived in one of those towns that are technically U.S. soil but can be accessed only by going through the border. Yeah, I've seen those. He literally flew to university like twice a week because it was cheaper. Yep. There are some people who are in a situation like that. There was a kid in the UK who was just in the news, and it was cheaper for him. It was something like to fly to Germany and back to the UK than it was to take the train, or some insane thing like that. Now, it was a crappy flight, like it was a long layover, couple of layovers, I think, and then, you know, back to the UK, but it was cheaper than the train, I guess. That price breaks even with insurance and gas, then you save the money on repairs. Like I said, in our case, no, but if you're in that situation where Uber genuinely is better, that's great. I mean, that's the dream. Yeah, as long as you factor all that in. Price of gas right now, I mean, that's probably possible. The other thing is Uber quite famously doesn't pay their drivers enough to actually maintain their cars and gas and still make minimum wage. So you could make that argument that that's probably an indication that it can be worth it compared to owning the vehicle. For me, when I started driving, I would just drive like garbage cars. Like they didn't cost anything. They didn't cost anything to fuel. They didn't use any gas. They didn't cost anything in maintenance because I didn't maintain them. And even the car is like $500 to buy a new one. That was the move. But it's a little sketchy here in the winter if you're gonna do that, you know. Good thing about earning Mercedes, even if you can't parallel park most of the time, they have auto park. So for Scotland, I parallel park every day. That's crazy. Do you have the car do it for you? That's awesome. Driving a manual is a lost art now? Only in America. That's a very American opinion to say stuff like driving a manual is a lost art. It's It's just America that's getting rid of manuals. And I would say Canada as an extension, because like our auto industries are kind of tied at the hip. Everybody else in the world would laugh at that statement because that's not what the rest of the world is like. It's yeah, it's just the US. Manual in America is for truckers and race car drivers, which is funny because automatic in Europe is for truckers. European trucks are automatic. American trucks are automatic now too. But that's actually funny. It's backwards. Cost me $100 just to get beer, and that's not counting the beer price. What? To Uber? Or to Uber Eats it?
Sparx_is_short just subscribed at tier 3 for 36 months. Did you just breathe?
I did.
Wow, unsubscribe.
Why did it say it like that? Yes, I did just breathe. ZB, thank you for the tier 3 sub for 3 years. No way, dude. Dude, thank you for the tier 3 sub for 3 years in a row. That is nuts. I appreciate you. Yeah, I did breathe. Is that okay with you? Sorry, I will submit for permission before I take another breath. That's my bad. I forgot to get my breathing license before ZB could renew it. You've never had any inclination to own a manual car? They are fun if you're a car person, but only if you're a car person. This is what car guys always fail to understand. Manual is only fun if you like cars. 99% of the population doesn't care about cars. Like they own a car because they have to. They do not even think about their car when they are not actively driving it. And even then they're on their phone. They're not even thinking about their car. Yeah, I mean, like owning a manual is only fun if you like driving, if you like cars, if you're the kind of person that would go out on a drive for fun, maybe. But yeah, they're okay. I think like a manual in a race car would be fun, but like who cares if your 50 horsepower Grand Caravan is a manual or automatic? It's gonna drive the same either way. I can drive a manual, but we also don't have narrow roads, and I think about how short of a drive Europeans have compared to anything in North America. Yeah, like that's exactly it too, right? Like if you're driving 50 kilometers, even that's kind of long. If you're driving 20 kilometers, manual is fun. A 300 kilometer drive in a manual does get old, especially since you're mostly just going the same speed the whole time. Or you're stuck in traffic. When you get stuck in traffic in a manual, that just sucks, dude. That's just not fun, you know? It's actually the 36-month fall anniversary. Dude, ZB has been steadily subbed since day one. It's insane. ZB, I appreciate you. Welcome in. How you doing? Who can afford to go for a drive just for fun anymore? No, I walk for fun now. No more driving for fun. This is how I drive for fun. I sit right here. I'm driving for fun right now. It's a little bit cheaper than real gas. Tell me a manual is fun in rush hour expressway stop and go traffic. It's not. Or in anywhere with a lot of hills. Like, can you imagine driving a manual in San Francisco? Downtown San Francisco traffic with downtown San Francisco roads? Hell no, dude. I don't want to do that. That sounds like the worst experience of all time. I don't live anywhere near San Francisco, but it's just a really good example of places I would not want a manual. Think about it though, driving a manual requires more attention. We'll teach these kids attention of driving and not texting and driving. I'm gonna be honest, just teach your kids not to be absolute morons and not text and drive. I think you're right, like a manual probably does make idiots have to focus on their car when they would be the kind of person that would text and drive. But like, just teach your kids not to be stupid and text and drive at the end of the day. I think you shouldn't need a physical restriction in place to stop you from texting. Like if you have such a low IQ that you genuinely need a physical barrier stopping you from using your phone in your car, I don't think you should be on the road, to be honest with you. I kind of get what you mean, but that indicates much bigger issues in the world, which do exist. Like there are people like this out there. Time, thank you for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate that. Buy a Tesla and text and drive. That's what we do now. So like, honestly, as much hate as autonomous driving gets, I'm glad we're getting autonomous driving because I have seen the average person on the roads. I like driving. I enjoy driving. I pay attention. I am a fairly adept driver. I think I'm good at being on the roads. After seeing the average person drive, make a robot do it, okay? I want this person to have no input on their car. They're already causing problems out there. Let a robot do it, and honestly, they're gonna do better. Yeah, I'm pro autonomous driving for that reason. Now, I would not want to get to a point where autonomous driving is mandated. I would be super against that. I love driving, and I don't really want to touch a robot. I don't touch a robot. Hi, bees. I don't really want a robot to be in charge of my life. But right now, there's so many bad drivers out there that I want their robot to be in charge of my life more than I want those stupid idiots texting and driving to be in charge of my life. You know what I mean? I don't know if this makes sense. Bees, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. We're touching robots. Don't worry about it. Bees, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. How was your stream today? What the heck are you playing? No worries. We'll just make up a raid message. It's all good. Spam anything. It's all good. What were you guys doing today? Chat, please go give Bees a follow. She's a fantastic streamer. Hit that little heart right at the top of your chat there. Please go give her a follow. My favorite game to play is have so many people follow that they think they're getting botted. So if you don't mind, hit that little heart. We'll see if we can get Bees to report us. Bees, how was your stream today? Frabby, no worries. Frabby, welcome in. Ninja, welcome in with Bees as well. What the heck were you guys playing? Prolapse raid. No, thank you. I'm going to respectfully decline the prolapse staff, but, Bees, this is on you. If you don't, I mean, if you didn't come up with a raid message and they're saying prolapse, unless that's your raid message, in which case, I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. If prolapse raid is your raid message, I got nothing. That's crazy. Emsa, JJ, Nico, Brandon, Alex, thanks for the follows on TikTok, guys. Welcome in. Yes, this is FarmSim. This is FarmSim 25. I used to live in Jersey, and manual was all you had, and then I moved, and then I never saw one again. Really? That was standard in Jersey? That's crazy, dude. Iron Nest is 10 votes ahead. Well, chat, we are just getting ready to get into Iron Nest, potentially. Get your last votes into the Discord. If you're not in the Discord yet, go command Discord and chat. We are playing a new game for the last 30 minutes of stream. It is entirely up to you what you guys play. There is a vote in the announcements channel in Discord. Currently, Iron Nest is winning. I'll give it 15 minutes, and then we will move over, and we'll give that a play. Fremy and Universal Death Knight, thank you for the follows on Twitch. We were playing Valheim today for my first play. It's been wonderful. Your first play ever of Valheim? What do you think? I have been playing Valheim since it came out, and it is a fantastic game. I even got Amy to play Valheim with me, and we had a great time until we had to fight. There was one boss that genuinely made us stop playing the game, to be honest with you, but I won't spoil anything. Valheim had its 1.0 release. Is that correct? 1.0 or just a major update? For some reason, I thought they were at 1.0 now. I never played it. It's literally so fun. I didn't think I would love it so much. I thought the same thing. The first time I played Valheim, I'm like, I don't want to play this silly looking cartoon Viking game. None of those things interest me. And then I played it. I got genuinely addicted, like medically. It's coming in September. 1.0 coming in September. Okay. That's pretty exciting. Might be time to go back. I liked Valheim, but hated the building when I played. Dude, the building is what hooked me, because that was kind of the first survival game. Well, I don't know if it was the first one to do it, but it was one of the first survival building games, survival crafting games, where the buildings had to be structurally sound. And I thought that was really cool. It was frustrating at first because I was used to Ark and, you know, all of those Rust and all of those other building games. You just build whatever you want. Minecraft. And it was revolutionary. It pissed me off at the start. But when I learned it, I was like, okay, this is actually the coolest thing ever. And then smoke. You had to like make sure the smoke cleared. So if you had indoor fires, you had to actually vent the smoke. That's a clever game, dude. And see, it makes me want to go back to it. Sapphire, thank you so much for coming in with bees as well. It has structural integrity, which is cool. That's really cool. I like that. And then it was also one of the first survival crafting games I played where the enemies could genuinely destroy your base and reset you back to nothing if you weren't careful. Like if you build too close to the Black Forest and one of those freaking trolls comes out with a stupid club he'll just delete your base. It sets you back to 0. I remember the first time that happened to me. I think I quit playing for a while. But I respect how hardcore, like unapologetically hardcore Valheim is. It's so good. You would legit die if you didn't vent the house. Yeah, and then the food. I feel like, and I'm not confident enough to say that it was the first one that did all of these things, but to me, it was the first one I played where all of these things entered the genre. The food, giving you different stats and different, different types of food being in your stomach, giving you different stats. It was the first one I had played like that. Now I've seen that in games like Enshrouded, and other games have taken on a lot of these features. I think it did a ton for that genre, dude. I'd crash out. Thankfully, I didn't build too close to the Black Forest. Do it anyways. Just do it. Just do it just to watch the troll smash something. It's so good. Don't forget about the weather damage, the water damage. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's a good game. I'm legitimately going to go back, dude. It's so good.
Ultrasaurus just resubscribed at tier 1 for 19
EDTA,
months.
that was the best message I've ever read in my chat. Sorry that auto mob blocked that. We have sorry, cursing. I don't want it to go into the TTS. You can pretend to curse. I just don't want it to go into the TTS, just in case. Ultra, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 19 months. What the heck are you doing here? Yeah, you should block Ultra. I know. Ultra, we were just talking. Do you remember why I got banned in your chat last time?
A tier 1 subscription to
Off topic.
With the knees.
Off topic for Valheim. Do you remember why I got banned in your chat? Any of the times, actually. And Dill, thank you for the gifted sub over to Bees. That's super nice. Chat, again, if you're not following, please go give her a follow. I would never TTS cursing. It was a problem for a little bit. It was a whole thing. We dual stream, and I nearly got banned on TikTok because people were cursing in the TTS. So we had to make a little bit of a change to that. But you said some diabolical things about me, like mudsling so hard I didn't know how to respond. You banned me for that? I do that all the time. Oh yeah, you'd get banned on TikTok pretty quick, but you get unbanned pretty quick. It's fine. It's fine. Nobody cares about that. Just do it for fun. My dad's banned on TikTok. Well, I think he's unbanned now. My dad was streaming on TikTok and got banned, and then gave up TikTok. I think even after he got unbanned, but he'll be back. He'll be back. We'll get him in there. What's your favorite sim? Dude, I can't pick a favorite simulator, to be honest with you. They're so different. Like, how do you compare Farming Simulator to American Truck Simulator to Microsoft Flight Sim? Like, they just do different things. I would say Farm Sim's what I play the most, but I've been playing a ton of Flight Sim lately. Okay, I've been playing a ton of Arma 3 Flight Sim lately. I just downloaded Microsoft Flight Sim last night. I'll be getting into that soon. Those are the wait. What's a TikTok? Yeah, the little breath mints in the plastic box. Ultra's right. They come in orange, mint, all sorts of other flavor. I think I saw some FIFA flavored ones, so soccer ball flavor, I would imagine. I don't really know what FIFA flavor is. I just want to try Flight Sim, but I will probably have a mental breakdown. I am bad at planes, but I'm learning helicopters right now. I've always loved the idea of flying a helicopter. So I'm learning those right now. They are very hard. And I'm playing on like a simplified, like an assisted version right now while I learn. And that's hard. I think when I go to like full unassisted helicopters, it might be over for me. Like a DCS, if I go with the DCS helicopters, I think I'm done for it, dude. Moppip, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Welcome in. But yeah, give it a shot. It's on Game Pass right now. So if you don't want to buy Microsoft Flight Sim because it's $10 million, you could get it on Game Pass if you have Game Pass. You did DCS helicopters? I did okay, didn't I? We did. Yes, that's right. Ultra and Dunk and I did the Kiowa when it came out. And I did okay, but I couldn't aim and I couldn't land, which was a problem. You did fine. No, I didn't do fine. I couldn't land the helicopter. That's kind of like the most important part. Anybody can make a helicopter take off. You just yank on this thing and it goes up. That's easy. Putting it down without exploding is arguably more important. Maybe I'll try and crash out. I'll keep an eye on that. You should. You should. We're gonna try it probably sometime in the next couple of weeks, but it'll be good. Do you ever wonder how they are coming up with those flavors? Like, are they going around and licking footballs to know how it tastes? Yeah, I think they are. It's like those Bean Boozled. Dad said he was doing a stream the other day and he did a Bean Boozle that apparently tasted like a used Band-Aid, and he said it did taste like a used Band-Aid, which, you're right, does prompt the question of who at Bean Boozled had to eat a used Band-Aid and then dial that flavor in, because that's a really good point. I don't know, but it's not me. I'm thankful for that. Dill Pickle does it. All right, Dill, that explains a lot. I love the Kiowa. It's so fun, but yeah, landing is hard. I feel like those smaller helicopters aren't even that hard to land. Like, I'm having a lot more trouble with dual rotor stuff or currently than I am with Scout helicopters. Like a Little Bird, no problem. A Chinook, what a nightmare. I'm doing right now in Arma, I'm doing the water bombing campaign. So you have it's basically, I don't know what the helicopter's based off of. Pretty big. But you get those buckets of water. You have to dip the water in the bucket of water in the ocean, fly it out to a fire, and then you have to like perfectly drop it over a fire. I'm not good at it. It's very hard, but it is, it's something to learn. That's for sure. It is good. I played safe with 0 money now, doing only missions. I started harvesting green beans 4 hours ago, and I'm just in half. Please help. There's no help, Moppet. Listen, we're on peas right now. Honestly, same process. We've been doing it for 2 hours, and we're in the same boat, dude. You may never do peas again or green beans again, but you got to do them once. Drax, thank you for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate that. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, no worries, Bees. Thank you again for the raid. Thanks for dropping by. Good to see you. We'll have to drop by for that Microsoft Flight Sim stream that you do. Let me know. That sounds fun. And Drax, welcome in. We're doing good. Bun, thank you for that follow on Twitch as well. Oh my God. Thank you guys for all the follows. Quento and James, Poon Lagoon, insane name. And Moppet, thank you for the follows on TikTok as well. My question is, how does Dad know what used Band-Aid tastes like? I think you can kind of just assume that a used Band-Aid tastes like rubber and iron is my guess. So like you might be able to do it without tasting the used Band-Aid. You know what some things taste like, but you didn't have to taste them. Like everybody knows what paint tastes like, but very few people have drank paint. Well, actually, I think a lot of the people on TikTok might have drank paint, just for the record. So they might know, but I would imagine the average person hasn't actually tasted it. What's he gonna fly? Who's gonna fly? Me? Or Bees? I don't know what Bees is gonna fly. I'm working on the water bombers at the moment. Now they followed and gave me ads. Thank you, Dan Clancy, for that one. Appreciate that. Bees, I don't know what she's gonna fly. I think I don't know what Microsoft Flight Sim starts you on, to be honest with you. Everyone knows what glue tastes like. We've all tasted glue. We've all done that at least once. Yeah, that's right. All right, chat. Currently, Iron Nest is in the lead for the votes. We have a ton of votes on the Discord right now. If you want to get your vote, you have 4 minutes to get your vote in.
Tier 1 subscription to in
the Discord, please do it as soon as possible. You have 4 minutes. Do it within 4 minutes, not in 4 minutes. Sparky, thank you for the gifted sub over to Bun. What the heck? And Chaser, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Oh my God. Guys, thank you so much for all the gifted subs, seriously. Crash Out Crew is a genuinely fun game. I wish I had people to play it with. Which one's Crash Out Crew? Crash Out Crew. The name is familiar, but I couldn't tell you what it is. Is it an idea to play Mecha Chameleon for family game night? If we could get more than just Dad and I, like if we could get a few people together, I think that would be very fun. Glitch and Enduro, thanks for the follows. Why don't you have crop destruction on? We do have crop destruction on. I'm driving in a tram line though, so I'm not destroying tram line, if that makes sense. The rows, the tire rows in the crops, we can drive in those because we didn't plant in those spaces. Basically, it's pretty good. You can do that with precision farming. You'll play Mecha? If we get, I mean, how many people can you have? I think the more the merrier for Mecha Chameleon. Yeah, Austin would play. Austin would 100% play. Oh, is our poll closed, chat? Our poll is closed. I think it's time to switch over. I am so tired of looking at peas. And I think we can leave this for next time. Chat, the poll is now closed for the new game for today. Out of Ore Factory, Cheap Car Repair, Recycling Center Simulator 2, and Iron Nest, which is an artillery simulator. Iron Nest has won with 42 votes. Recycling Center Simulator also came out with a lot of votes. So we might have to put that one in for the next few days, maybe, and get into that one still. But today we are doing Iron Nest, which is awesome. Did you combine that field, or is it 12? This is 22. This is something else. It's just one field here. All right, let's do it.